stream that I have to remind them of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you are live. It's coming through just fine.
Good deal.
You know, it gets minimized to the background until... Really, what I was going to have running for it, just so you're aware, it's going to be like I had it before, where I have my stuff on my other laptop pulled up, and I was going to have it running on that, so that it is muted. So if you say, like, people are saying something in chat or something like that, and we're not actively involved in something, I could pop over and look and see what they're saying.
It's fine. I'm not.
It wasn't to be looking behind your screen.
Yeah, I'm not super worried about it. There will be times when I'll have stuff hidden. Today probably won't be one of them. Today will probably be a pretty open day without any fog of war or anything.
Okay. There's the new character sheet for you.
Alright, this should be updated as soon as it finishes uploading. Did I send out that Edge of the Empire tweet to everyone? Yeah, I did.
I know at least Dave was planning on being here.
So I actually got positive responses from everybody except for Zach. However, it's 2 days old for one of them. And I got a response from Ghostly, who is Ghost Logic's wife, instead of from Ghost. So he also normally runs, like, Ghost always runs late because he has to put the kids to bed. And that's like 8 o'clock. That's one of the reasons our start time is 8 o'clock, is because all the people have to put the kids to bed.
Yeah.
My kid's a teenager, so I just tell him, you know, when it's bedtime, he better go to bed. And if I come out of my office and he's not, then hell to pay.
Which, with a kid of that age, is fair.
He's 14. He should be able to handle things like, you know, getting himself up and putting himself to bed without any help, right? 4 more years and he's out of the house, right?
You would hope.
Oh, just crack my knuckles on stream. People are gonna riot. Well, hi there, Randy. Oh God. Well, let me just ban somebody real quick.
Yeah. How often does stuff like that happen?
A lot. Pretty much every time I log in.
Just throwing my bid in there.
Hey everybody. Still don't see Ghostly. Which means we won't see Ghost yet. By the way, you don't see any of this yet. This is actually the objective.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. If I hadn't been at a wine event all day today,
it would already be done.
It would already be done, yeah. I had that thing where I had too many things.
I mean, you also have to notice, I have no clue what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah. Well, it's a training session, so I don't mind. Like, normally when I want a map to be super secret, I'll use the Fog of War feature for tabletop, which means that your character will get a zone, not just all around him, but in a specific cone in the direction he's looking, where he can see things, and that area will light up for you. Everything else will be hidden. And
that means I'm going to have to work on rotating my character, which I'm terrible at on here.
Well, also, I'm gonna tell you a thing I do. If your character has night vision, I'll only extend that out to short range, because it's even in the book that night vision has a very limited range, even though it is effective. If you have a glow rod, I will allow you to see out to long range. However, if you shine that glow rod at another player, I will give them setbacks because you just shined a flashlight into their night vision.
Which
So
makes sense.
yep, and that's partially because really early on when we were playing, I had a certain player who was like, I want all of the sensors in my helmet, and I'm like, all right, dude, like it's really broken. You're taking away super big mechanics, so I'm gonna have to, counter that somehow. And at first, I had a hammer solution when I should have used a scalpel, where I was just like, you just can't find these things, and then I was like, that is also taking away something from the game, right? Because there's this stuff and he wants to use it. So I just need to find counters. I need to find situations where it's just not as effective as he thought he would be. I also found rules that say, hey, your helmet can usually have one or two items in it, but not like everything under the sun. Although there are exceptions to that rule, like Clone Commando helmets have all that cool stuff in it. It's just not very high quality.
Which, in of itself, is why you can have more of it, because it's not as good of a quality.
Yep. Okay, let's see here. We want to put astronauts. Oh, we're gonna have David soon. Sorry, Craven. We're gonna call him Craven, Vanguard, Jane, Maul. He's the man of many, many names.
Yeah.
I can hear someone.
Yep, I'm here.
Welcome to the party.
Hi there, we're streaming.
Oh, we're streaming?
We are streaming. So, don't dox yourself.
I don't know what that means.
My social security number is 551.
It's 8675309. Oh wait, no, that's my phone number. Okay, well, I guess I need to be done with this then.
Stream is up, but I'm gonna be a minute.
That's fine. Oh, she wasn't talking to me. That was just overspill from Matt's mic.
He was talking to you.
Oh. Okay.
Jenny's plan?
No. She's moderating my stream, which I've already had to ban one bot, so that'll be helpful. Okay. Map is packed.
So what were the rules here? Starting XP plus 50.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, they've got, I'm assuming, two really badass min-max players. I haven't actually loaded David's because I wanted a PDF. Give me a XML.
Saying consolation, I didn't intentionally be intentional about doing it.
Mm-hmm. It's all good. It just means that I have to make this a much more combat-oriented map than I would normally do. That I had planned on doing, but that's fine. I'm relatively good at changing things on the fly.
Do you have Tabletop Simulator?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, I've already loaded in. I did a trial one with him about a week ago.
Yeah.
Where it was like showing me the basics.
He knows how to move and shoot at things.
I've been watching other streamers to understand the basics of some other things.
Yeah, well, my problem is that other streamers, like, all of them have their own twist on it. So we'll definitely bump up against that. Because I have my own, too. Like, I have lots of house rules, too.
Hear me too?
We were supposed to get... Oh, Jeremy is here. Look at that.
Yeah. And here, I can see him.
I think
Yeah.
like everybody but one person was going to be here. From
Yeah.
what he was saying.
Yeah, Zach is the only person who didn't chime in and say, yes, me too. So we're going to have to do a little bit of calm discipline here. That'll be another test of the... On top of the bandwidth issues, we'll see if, if we can do...
Hey, I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm staying below 150. I'm actually really happy with it.
It's good.
I gotta figure out how to change the name that displays, actually. Is there a way for me to do that?
Yeah, that should be your Steam name. So if you change your alias, so if you go into your Steam names, you can actually put an alias up, and that'll show as for everyone.
That's probably what I should do since we're streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got your name and birthday now.
Yeah, that when he was in here the first time, I was like, you need to change that because it makes me feel old.
Oh shit.
Right?
Oh, I'm 26. Let me make sure I'm younger.
God, no, you're not.
9, 5.
I'm only 25, buddy.
I've been 26 for like 16 years now.
How do I set my alias?
So it should be... Oh man, I can't remember. It's been so long since I said it. It's something in your profile. It's like the tab all the way to the right in the Steam menu.
Let's see, did
Yeah.
that update it?
It didn't, but you may have to log out and back in.
You said no gear, right?
Yeah, no gear.
And you want the XML?
I want the PDF, because this is a one-shot, so these characters are not going to be your permanent characters.
Okay. But if it is...
Unless tonight goes really, really well and everyone wants to keep on with them, but I don't know if we're going to do that. This guy is a very interesting character for you, David. Sorry.
Why is that?
Secret. I mean, I like him. He's got all sorts of skills I haven't seen you use a lot of.
I've used melee before.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you've used melee before. We all know that. I'm talking about deception, skullduggery. I mean, this is a sneaky character right here.
He's a spy.
Oh yeah, I like it.
He said we were doing a heist.
You are doing a heist. I was worried we were going to be all brawn and no brains, but apparently that's not the case.
Was I the only one who didn't hear this was a heist?
I mean, I said it today, so it's not like it's. Nope.
I've got stats, specializations, and skills. I don't remember what that does though.
Oh man, Jeremy's even got a character. I can't hear Jeremy.
I know. It's too
Oh, there we go. I
I
can
can
hear him.
talk too loud.
Oh yeah.
My guy he's a janitor for the Imperials. He went back to his base and his base was exploded, so he just kind of walked away and is now looking to join a heist.
You guys are great. Carl, I'm just really, really glad you didn't name him Kevin.
It's
I was 2
inspiration.
seconds away from naming Kevin.
I became Venom.
All right, so this and then this and then this.
And I brought a witness. Also an enabler.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need.
Yeah, so I found a black pudding, and it basically one-shot me from round 1. After I did all the things that you shouldn't do when you find a black pudding, and
You ate
so
it.
I went under, and it enveloped me, and the rest of the party was like, since I've up to this point been pretty much the main tank, the rest of the party started doing the, oh shit,
Get it back up.
they're blasting the shit out of it and then getting me up so that I fall down, but don't die. I just keep falling down.
Which is
And,
really lucky for you, because all the saving throws I rolled for you were 1s.
Yeah, figured. So it's they finally get to the point where they enlarge me, and they've got it down to where it's only taking up a quarter of my body, and I'm like, hey, what if we don't all die here? And I convinced
man,
them to
this is gonna be super confusing. So Matt has named his character Joe, and we have a Joe.
I go by my last name though. It's Skelly.
Okay, Skelly, we're gonna try to do that.
But yeah, I convinced it to join with me.
It's going to be so much fun seeing you deal with that.
Harder to convince Daniel not to kill it than it was to convince it to join me.
I'm trying to make it bigger.
Title of your sex tape.
I was about to say that's what she said. I've got it just touching your
Yeah, that's what she said.
reserve zone.
Okay, load it up with the right name now. Here we go.
That's much better.
So only the people who watch like the first 20 minutes of this get all my information.
Yeah, well, it's not all of it, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna need to... Hey there! We got almost everybody. Everybody can see their character sheet. Everybody's loaded in.
Well, we're still loading in.
Okay. So, for the various different reasons, you guys can decide for yourselves how your characters ended up in this position. You guys have been drawn together, the four of you, to do a heist for the current, we're going to say, steward of this bar, Yelma Nogra. She is wanting something stolen. You don't really know what. You don't really know who. You don't really know any of the details. You know that you're supposed to meet her here and get those details. But in the meantime, all of you will be shuffled into a small room and, basically told, wait here. While,
That's promising.
Yeah, while everyone gets comfortable, you guys can get to know each other and describe your characters, and I'm going to get out your basic gear selection so you can start equipping yourselves. So the way we're going to do gear is I'm going to basically skip the initial gear step, and I'm going to say however many credits your character would have had at start, which is 500 if you didn't take any extra XP, 1500 if you did take the extra XP or obligation. And you can go shopping for basic gear to start with. I will allow you to wait until you get the briefing on the heist if you would like to. That way, if you want to, say, customize your gear for the job, you can.
I won't even be able to afford one gun, so this is going to work out really well.
You can afford one gun, it just won't be a good one.
Should have taken the obligation.
Slug thrower rifle will work wonders for a heavy range check. And it's cheap.
So you said this lady's name was Yono?
She's... Yeah, it's Yelma.
Yelma?
But you can call her whatever you want if that's how your character would refer to her.
Does she have a partner named Louise?
Okay, so where are we all sitting at right now?
So we're gonna work on your tokens and store stuff real quick. But what I would like you guys to do is while I'm working on those tokens, so you're all gonna be in this gambler's den room. You've been escorted into this side room.
Okay.
And you guys are going to go around the room and introduce yourselves to each other and do all that while I sort out the remaining details.
Alright, my name's Skelly, and before you start messing with my voice and everything, you just need to know that this is a permanent problem with my larynx after I sniffed some gas not too long ago, but I'm just here to make some bucks. You know,
Sniffing gas.
How come
I
every time you
didn't
play
do
a
it on purpose.
Mandalorian, he's a redneck?
I'm just a redneck. That's just my background.
That's fair.
So I am Jarvan of House Wren. Also a Mandalorian, apparently. I was a dweller on Mandalore prior to the Great Purge, and since then have been forced into a fight for survival. And because of which I have become very antiquated with heavy weaponry and infiltration.
Yep, I know that story really well. Out here on the in the universe, just as a bounty hunter, trying to make ends meet.
I came from the Inner Rim. I served on one of the Imperial recruiting stations on this planet, and the other day I got blown up. They made me the janitor. I wanted to do good things for the Empire, but it didn't work out very well for me. I did find out that they had a holographics projector, and I've been doing a lot of sims on the with the heavy guns, and I didn't have that 4-year degree, so they never let me be a stormtrooper. I was just I'm at the end of my rope though, because my base got exploded, and yeah, but somebody in the bar said that you're having like a heist back here, so I'm here. Thanks for having me, and also nice to meet you. Also, I'm pretty sure we're not going to sniff paint and get paid.
I didn't suggest that at all.
Okay. Mr. Silent over there is really scary. He's photoshopping something. It's going to be real cool.
It's already done. It's in there. Yes, Nightbot is doo-doo, but what is he doing that's doo-doo? Okay, I'll need to adjust that later. I thought Nightbot was off. Sorry guys, got distracted.
David, can you tell me about your character?
Yes, right? I think he's muted.
Oh, that would explain some things.
I'm not muted. Can you not hear me?
I can
Now I
now.
can.
We can hear you now.
Oh my god, what an annoying sack of shit. I've been talking.
Oh, I knew it. I was just waiting for you to figure it out.
I look around this room and I wonder how I ended up in a room with a janitor and a glue sniffer. Who'd we lose? We lost Joe. Alright.
He's back. Like I said before, I'm not a glue sniffer. I ran into some gas, weaponized gas, and it permanently disfigured my larynx, which is why I talk like this. I never said I sniffed glue. I never said I had an addiction problem. I never said I couldn't kick your ass. So, easy up.
Oh my god, that voice. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm not accusing you of any such thing, obviously. I'm just a spy. I'm here to steal something for someone.
I like how you're such a good spy. You said right up front that you're a spy. That's
You
very
asked.
helpful.
You asked. I hate you.
That's part of the
I'll
spy
kind of let
code.
Matthews go. He's just letting his skills be known since we're going to be working with him.
All right, so just to get on the same page here, Carl is Jeremy.
Correct.
Of course it is. Okay, and who's is that a Zabrak or a
Yeah.
whatever it's called? Okay.
Wait, you thought for a second you were wondering which of us was Jeremy?
No,
cool
I just
looking dude with the sword and the pistol, or the totally normal guy with a literal trash can on his shelf on his shoulder?
that's he's harvesting something. That's a harvest
I'm
basket.
pretty sure that's the bounty guy. No, Brawny. That's the Brawny guy.
The brawny guy.
Yeah, remember the knockoff bounties they used to sell?
Yes.
Brawny. That's him. That's literally the actor.
I'm super happy with my Black Power Ranger right here. This is cool as shit. I'm okay with this.
So you're the Black Power Ranger, so I'm the blue one.
Yeah.
That would make me Zordon. No, not Zordon. Who's the evil guy?
No, you're Rita Repulsa.
No. Fuck you. I will fucking kill you. We don't
It's
have
the
guns
horns,
yet.
man. It's the horns. Sorry.
It's fucking dirty. I didn't know there was a redneck Power Ranger. My bad.
You could be a red Power Ranger, and of course there's a redneck Power Ranger. There's like 33 different Power Rangers. There's got to be a
That's
redneck
an
Power Ranger.
Understatement.
Yeah, I
That's
think
an
it's actually more than
understatement.
that.
I think we're pushing like 70 at this point.
Yeah, there's
Maybe.
Power Rangers
More.
Turbo, Power
True.
Rangers SWAT, Power Rangers Turbo SWAT, Power Rangers Ultra, Ultra Turbo SWAT.
And again,
And
so
they're
all that
still
weird
going.
stuff they were doing with dinos for a while, and
Yep, Dino Jungle Danger.
there were like 3 different dino ones.
I think we're all going to be really good friends. We all have the same taste in kids. So.
I told you, Joe was perfect for this.
So Velma shows
That
up.
being said, I've never actually watched Power Rangers. I was just that kid whose all their friends were into it, and I just didn't care about it, so it was just kind of always on in the background.
To be fair, okay, as someone who was only born in 1995, you never even heard of the real Power Rangers before they went away. Okay?
No, the real Power Rangers were still around when I was a kid at like 5 watching Saturday morning cartoons.
How awesome Tommy and Jason were, alright? You didn't even know how hot the Pink Ranger was, whose name I cannot remember, but...
Kimberly.
Oh, yeah.
Kimberly.
It's amazing that we all remember that.
And Trini.
And the
And the-
sounds that are happening as her name's getting said is just hilarious.
Yep. I know this because my son is 6 and we like to play Power Rangers.
I'm glad you're raising him right. Not letting him watch that trash. Gotta go for the classics.
Oh yeah, man.
By the way, Tommy and Jason have not held up well over time. But they're still trying.
Yelma?
I think-
How do you say her name?
Yelma.
Yelma.
Okay,
Yeah.
I had it right.
Her business partner is Louise, and they serve fried green tomatoes and their husband.
Okay. I'll buy it.
Eventually, they'll drive off a cliff together. Probably in an
I'll buy it.
airspeeder, though, so it won't really matter. They'll just fly away.
So Yelma has brought us all here to steal something. but we
So
don't know what
Yelma
it is.
walks in the room and she's like, I don't know what Power Rangers are, but
That's Rita Repulsa right there.
I hope that there's some group of power armor specialists that you're going to enlist to help you with this task.
That the 2 men, I'll look at the other Mandalorian and go, why are we here if not for that?
Yep, power armor specialist. That's awesome. Yeah.
Okay. So, it is my hope, of course, that you won't need power armor for this. However, and she waves to, the group of you, I did collect most of you for your ability to handle this kind of situation if the violence is required. In short, all of you are, desperate for money, hurting for materials, needing to make a name for yourself. You're the kind of startups that could be a good squad for me, and as a As a test, I would like you to do a little job for me. It pays, of course, 1,000 credits each, a 500 credit bonus if you manage to keep things quiet. It's very simple. There's an office building on the other side of town. There's a safe inside, and inside that safe is an encrypted data card. I would like said data card. If you get in and out without killing anyone and without raising an alarm, you get your bonus. If you have to kill someone and raise an alarm, you'll still get paid your 1,000 credits each. As long as I get the data card.
What if we kill someone and the alarm doesn't go off?
She smiles and she's like, it depends on how long it takes them to find the body.
And if they never do?
Then you still get paid.
All right. What kind of safe? Do you have any information about the safe?
So she takes a look at you and she puts down a data card on the table, and it has on it a few mission details. It has included into it the basics of a high-grade electronic safe. So the safe is designed to be resistant against most forms of mechanical entry. And is generally broken into, because you're going to haul in at all of this, via electronic means. Now, it doesn't mean it is impossible to cut your way into it through mechanical means or other things like that, but it is hardened against most of those. It'll also have the location of the building, which you would see as the local, Galactic Newsnet style building. It's got some notes in it that basically says that the Newsnet building, while it does function as a news outlet, is also home to a den of slicers who have procured this data through malicious means, is how they're going to put it. Obviously, you have to consider the source when thinking about all of this. And it also has a few tidbits about resources and such that you would have available. It notes that there's a vendor who out back, and that there are some, resources available as far as, things you could procure from her. Namely speaking, a couple of confiscated speeder bikes and a skiff that you might find useful as a vehicle. Those would need to be returned after you borrowing them, though. I also have a overhead map that I need to import.
Excuse me, miss.
All right.
The contents of the data card, is this something you're trying to obtain, or is this something you don't want somebody else obtaining?
She once again does that smile and says yes.
Because you could, if you have resources, you could just hire the slicing den, and then they will give you said information.
She smiles deeply and is like, that is an incredibly naive approach. I like you.
Guys, she likes me.
You're basically telling our boss that she doesn't need you, though, so that's not too smart.
No, it's a pitch, man. I'm pretty. I am smart.
I'm sure you are. So let me ask you this: are you a slicer? You going to be able to electronically get us into this safe?
No, not at all. But I can speak to a droid. I'm a
Has
researcher.
anybody here ever played with computers before? I've only dabbled a little.
Doing old computers. I'm not terrible with computers.
Okay, good, because
I'm
I'm
not.
what.
Let me double check. I'm not good either.
Oh,
I'm a yellow and a green.
That's the same thing I got.
all right, yeah. I'm what they call a boomer, so I know shit about computers.
This might be interesting.
Might be. She's like, well, gentlemen, feel free to use this as a temporary base to plan your operation. And one more thing, I'd like this task done in the next 48 hours. As a matter of fact, I'd like it done so quickly that if you do it in the next 24 hours, I'll throw in another 250 credit per head bonus.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Easy day.
And she walks out of the room to leave you guys to do some planning.
Okay. So I think the first question is, where can I buy a gun?
Lots of places. So on the side table, you will see that there's 2 bags that represent 2 generic stores. And then there's also an actual vendor in the back of the map in the alleyway behind the bar. David knows where it is, so he can. Sorry, Craven knows where it is, so he can ping that for people who need it.
But I'm already in the other store.
Okay, well then you can wait a second while I try to get this map, because you guys are going to want this map. Why can I not open this? Are we lagging? Is that... Yeah, we're lagging. That's why. Okay, so... sorting out a few technical details. So I didn't have a ton of time to prep today's session. So I fell short on a couple things. Okay, obviously it includes the entire table because I didn't have time to crop this image, but this is the overhead map you're given, and it's going to have a big old red X like a pirate map. Oh man, that's too big. I want to make it a lot smaller than that. Oh god. Okay, well, we're just going to put a dot on there then. So feel free to, move that around. Here,
What is the button to zoom in on a card again?
so you can either hold down Alt and that'll bring it up over the entire screen, or you can hold down M to magnify the specific area in front of your finger.
And that's not working inside the search menu. Why is that not?
Because you need, when you have Alt held down, then zoom in and out on your mouse wheel.
Oh, no. So I have like the store open, but it's not zooming in on anything on the store. If that makes sense.
Chris, can
Because
we
I'm trying
add
to look at these
obligation
cards.
if we don't have any?
If you have not taken any obligation and you want to add obligation to earn 1,000 credits, I will allow you to do that. Matt, you can have the same deal if you haven't taken any XP obligation.
Nice. Okay, cool. Stim packs.
Kizik, I don't know what you've done.
I have not done either, but I don't know if I will.
Okay.
I don't need to take the obligation. Carl is not going to make it. Although he did, like you guys turned around and he came back and he's holding a Carillion crossbow. This is going to help us, guys. I took a lot of training classes on this.
I mean, it's silent, so that's a good idea.
I mean, it
I
is.
already hate Carl.
So did you buy special ammo for it, or are you just using default rounds? Oh, that's a Carillion compound bow. That's
It's only 200 credits, so
Yeah.
I'm good. But the guy didn't have any custom things. I asked him.
Why can I not zoom in?
You can pull
It's really
cards.
hard to
You can
find a nice thing.
Yeah, you can pull cards out on the table and look at them. It's completely fine. Don't forget to check the weapon shop behind the bar.
Yeah, that's where I found my crossbow. You guys are out like in the street just looking for people.
You found a crossbow or a compound bow?
Compound bow.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. There's one in here too.
Oh man.
I
thought
think
had
this
something
one's working.
special.
So I think it was just that store that wasn't working for me.
It might be because I'm in it.
Maybe.
Yeah, you were firsties.
Okay, and can someone just refresh my memory? What does it take to trigger a blast ability?
2 advantage.
Oh, can I find a sulfur inhaler?
If you can find one in those kits, that is a card that exists in some of the stores.
Okay.
What is an accurate one?
Inaccurate 1 means that you take a... Ooh. Is it inaccurate?
Black die.
Is it a
It's
black...
just a little black die.
Well, hold on. There's 2 of them. So there's inferior, and inaccurate. One of them is a downgrade to your capability, and one of them is a black dice. I'll have to look that up.
Inaccurate is a black dice.
Inaccurate's a black dice. Okay. So inferior is the one you want to look out for. You don't want inferior.
It's inaccurate is the
Inferior.
opposite of accurate.
Inferior is the opposite of superior.
That's actually true. Good job, Jeremy.
Nailed it. Told you I'm smart.
All right, so
I
who's getting
never
the
argued that
data
Jeremy is not smart.
spike? Who's getting the data spike in the like?
You mean the 18 data spikes? Because we're just going to be jamming them into this thing until we finally store money.
Pretty much.
You can't rob the store.
Not my fault they left it out.
Also, like, as you guys are talking about trying to break into a thing because we're not good at it, there's a couple of rolls of debt tape. We could just blow this sucker out the side of the wall. Like, we're gonna lose our $500 bonus, but we can take the whole thing back to her.
I kind of wanted to try for that bonus. At least try for it, you know.
Slow firing means it takes an extra round to reload, right?
Yes, so slow firing means you can only fire every other turn. And depending on the weapon is how it'll justify it. If it's an energy weapon, it's because it generates so much heat when you fire that it has to cool down. If it's a like physical weapon, like a slug thrower, then it has to be manually reloaded every turn.
Did anybody see a silenced pistol?
Let me look.
What do I need to roll to find somebody who will sell me some special arrows?
That would be a streetwise check. And considering your time requirements, where you're at, and everything else, it's going to be a 2 red check.
I'm about to get robbed, guys.
I was about to say
Right.
this is going to be that hotel scene all over again with Repo. No, you didn't.
3 failures.
You didn't despair. So
So I'm just in the street now shouting, "Hey, does anybody have any special arrows?"
yeah.
And a drug dealer comes up and
No, you did despair, so you don't get robbed,
Why
and
did-
and you don't get arrested, which were
Thought that I was-
the 2 things I was weighing.
did buying this compound bow come with any arrows?
So it comes with a quiver of default arrows because the weapons in this game, with very few exceptions, are expected to have ammunition. This you will have the standard damage that it does.
It says limited ammo 1. Did it come with 1 arrow?
No, it means that so you have to
It has a quiver. You have to reload it every turn.
Yes. See,
You shot these things before. You know how this works.
I did, but I also had a count of 10 total arrows that I was worried about.
Yeah, so now it's just a regular compound bow. It's not anything fancy like the stuff you had before. So you will fire and then you'll have to reload. Since you don't have any reload pouches, which might be in one of those stores and cheap, you are going to have to spend a action to reload, which means you can only fire every other round. Or if you can find a pouch, you can spend a maneuver to reload, and then you'll just have to spend a maneuver reloading every time you want to fire.
I'm going to sell my catch vest.
Auto fire. What's auto fire do?
So with auto fire, you just need 2 advantages, I think, but you have to take the hardest check. So you have to call auto fire before you're going to fire, and then you have to call who you're going to shoot at. And if it's a group of enemies and one of them's at medium and one of them is at short range, then you have to take the hardest check, the medium check. Then you have to
If you want to shoot both of them.
If you want to shoot both of them, yes, that is correct. The hardest person that is in the zone you want to shoot. Then you need 2 advantages per action of auto fire. So if you roll 4 advantages and a successful hit, that part is important to remember. You will get to auto fire, meaning do your base weapon damage again to two more times, either to other targets in that area or to the same target.
Okay.
It's
And
a
then
little.
what the? Yeah, I get the gist of it. What is cumbersome?
Cumbersome is how
A
much
certain level of
bronze.
strength to carry it.
Yes.
To use it.
So that's the level of bronze you have to have.
Yes. So now, with that said, if you don't have it, it just upgrades the difficulty for each rank. So it makes it harder to use, but it's not impossible to use.
You said we could
Cost?
we could try to find a drug dealer if we needed to.
I will give each of you one attempt to make a streetwise roll. I'll also let you say, like she said, you had 48 hours with a bonus for 24. If you want to go ahead and spend a day and blow off the first 24 hours, I will decrease the difficulty of you checking for specific items. Depending on the rarity, it may be very likely that you'll find them. If it's really rare, then it won't be. So, think about what you're asking for before you decide whether or not you want to blow off that day. You all guys also haven't really decided amongst yourselves how you want to do this yet.
Yeah, have you guys gotten any data pads or electronics like that?
I have not yet. I'm still trying to decide what weapon I even want because I don't really know what's good for what I got.
What skill do you use?
I use heavy range.
Okay. So you can use rifles. I have,
So looking at it, the E5 seems like the ergonomic one to get that's decent all around but could have issues. And then the DLT 19 is like the high end one I could get, and then there was a couple intermixed in there that were like 1,000 that I was kind of meh on.
I mean, you also have to have the credits to buy them, so that's another.
I have 1,500.
Okay, so you did take the extra XP.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got like 40 obligation right now. It's great.
It's fine. I won't be calling that in today. I'm going to give each of you a bank card to put your money on. This is how we keep track of y'all's credits.
I'm broke as fuck. What's this shipjacker guy? I don't remember him.
Sorry, this stuff was from the training session. I can get rid of that.
Okay.
Yeah, we had quite a little training session where we taught basic combat maneuvers and such.
Roger.
So I'm not completely lost.
Alright, I'm completely broke, but I've got a lot of stuff, so...
What vendors carrying stim packs?
You can always find stim packs from appropriate vendors.
There was some in here.
Just tell me how many you want to buy, and I'll get you.
How much do they cost?
They're 100 credits a pop.
A hundo.
And they heal 5 wounds, right?
They heal 5 wounds the first time, 4 wounds the second
And
time.
de-escalate from
Yep.
there. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
None of the cards explicitly say can reload as a.
Is there something in there called an ammo pouch?
There is.
That's what you're looking for. That is what I will mechanically allow you to reload as a maneuver with.
Also
Also, if you want to, a bandolier I'll let you say is your quiver, and I'll give you the same benefit from it. If you want to buy slug thrower reloads, then you may use those to reload as a incidental.
Aw, shit. That's the way to go.
It's expensive for y'all's starting money.
Yeah, I'm broke as a joke. I ain't got nothing.
It also is disposable. Like, once you use one of those cards, especially considering it's limited ammo 1, so he's talking about for every shot he insta-reloads, he discards that card. And I think they're 25 or 50 a pop.
Whew. Some pricey arrows.
Yep.
Can I do a survival check to just go make some arrows?
Some flint work, some stone outside.
Okay, so you're in the slums, so you could dig through the trash and try to find stuff to make arrows out of. I'll let you do it. It's going to be a mechanics check.
Red.
It's going to be 2 reds, and it's going to be a mechanics check. and however many successes is the number of arrows you can make that allow you to insta reload.
What was the check to find sulfur?
It's a streetwise check. It's not an uncommon thing. So you just want one sulfur inhaler, or how many do you want?
How long does one last?
Hold on, let me.
Like a pack of smokes, or is it?
I don't know. I'm gonna look. We've never had to ask that question before.
I know. I waited till now to try this shit.
Okay, so 10 doses is 200 credits. It's super easy to find, so it's going to be a 1 purple check. It's inhale 1 dose as a maneuver, suffering 2 strain, adding. Holy shit! Someone's playing with something. All right, guys, I can get silenced on Twitch for playing copyrighted music. Please do not play with things like that. So it's till the end of the encounter, and it has 10 doses
Yeah, I know.
per inhaler.
I failed. Or I got 2 advantage.
Okay.
Can they tell me where I could find it?
So for 2 advantage, they'd be like, yeah. So there's a group of Devronians over in Donat that totally, they sell this stuff all the time. They're all about it. Donat's a 2-day drive from where you're at.
So he can get a dose, but not more than a dose?
No, he can't get any.
Oh, okay,
today.
I misread it. Sorry. You said it was super easy to get.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's a 1 purple check.
God damn it.
He has 4 advantages, though.
So I stick a random needle I found in the trash into my forearm, trying to make an arrow.
Okay. Is that really what you want to go with for your despair?
That sounds pretty terrible to me.
Okay, if that's what you want to go with, you're telling the story as much as I am. Go ahead and roll me a hard resilience check.
Yeah, that's
Already down our first guy.
hard is 4 purples.
Hard is 3 purples.
Actually, rather resilient. I used to sweet poop.
Awesome. Okay, you don't suffer any damage from that. It burns a little, doesn't feel good, but you don't take any damage from the rat poison you just injected into your veins.
Yeah,
Alright.
we use this to get the things out of.
His
white
his
armor.
last name is Nubs. That's Carl Nubs.
That's Carl Nubs. He hasn't blown anything up yet. Oh my god, are you a demolition expert?
No,
So-
researcher.
He's the glue sniffer. I understand now.
Johnny was a glue sniffer. So Matt, I'll give you 100 credits if you could find me some sulfur.
Sulfur, man.
Because you haven't taken your streetwise check yet.
Yes, that's exactly right.
So I know that if you hot, never mind. Yeah, let me look around for some sulfur. Is it 3 purple?
No, it's one. It's 1 purple.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said it's not rare at all. You also can't find any though.
Yeah, I found a bunch of cocaine though. It just seems that sulfur's just out of stock at the moment.
All right, I'll give you 100 credits anyway.
Okay.
You wasted your check on me, and you're gonna buy a data spike anyway. So
I can't find any. I tried
There
to
is-
find the data spike.
they're in every store. How did you not find them?
They're on the-
I looked.
They're literally in every store.
you gotta scroll down. It's not just one page.
There's one in this one.
Do any of you have slicing gear?
No.
There's no slicing gear to have.
You just buy one of those data pads and
That's not how that works.
you gotta custom make it and do things and magic.
All
Yeah,
right,
how are
somebody
you
pull
gonna-
out a data spike. Jesus. I will be terrible to use it though. I have no idea how to use them.
I'm gonna buy one as well. I've so far only spent a little over 500 credits.
Well, why don't you just buy those two and hold on to them? Because you giving me money for me to buy something that I can't use. Kind of silly.
I told you could spend it on whatever. I just knew what you were gonna spend it on. I wasn't saying you had to buy that.
I'm probably gonna spend it on Ben Gay and Tylenol, to be honest.
How do I rotate the orientation of a card?
Q and E?
Q and E.
Oh, there we go. Learning, guys.
Yep. That's what it's for.
So while everybody else is shopping,
So,
and
What
after
slicing gear can we find?
So, I was.
What does the data pad need to say to be slicing?
So you need slicer tools, which you either need to come up with 400 credits and a underworld check to find one, or you need to do a computer's check to modify a datapad into one.
How much cards do we need to come up with?
400.
You know, Yelma said she knew those slicers. We could maybe talk to them. Maybe they've
Those
just got a
slicers
data
we're
pad.
going to steal from?
just while we're asking them to build us a set of custom slicing gear, then use that said custom slicing gear to
From
slice open their bank.
Yeah, we walk in there and we're like, hey, we need some specialized tools. And then while they're busy, we go and fucking rob them.
How much
Why don't-
does
why don't
how
we
much
just kill
does a
them?
data pack cost?
It depends what kind of datapad you're looking for. There should be some
the
in
co-
the store.
I don't remember seeing them.
I believe they're 75 to 100 credits. But there's
I'm
so
trying to think of
We're
the data
taking
pad
Carl
that
with
we
us?
need.
What was that, David?
Do we get anything extra for taking Carl with us?
Yes, you have an extra body. He will absorb bullets as good as the next guy.
I can shoot a bow theoretically. I'm also rather,
Oh my God.
rather deceptive. I'm going to do some research on the slicing company we're trying to enter.
Okay.
Mainly because I have a researcher trait that lets me do it 50% faster than everything else.
Okay.
Let's say what kind of intelligence that would be. Just be an education. So I'm trying to just like see what the internet has, like what kind of research I can do in 4 hours before we start heading off.
Okay. So is that what kind of check is that supposed to be? Because I usually do either skullduggery or computers for doing searches. Computers seems to fit better.
The underworld, or I can do oh man, okay, I'll do computers.
I didn't give you the difficulty.
Mm-mm.
Make it 1 red.
Doubling down, 2 despairs in a row.
So you don't really find anything relevant. You find this was searching for information about building a slicer gear or about the slicing den.
About the slicing den.
Okay.
I mean, we have this general location. I was looking for like who's the receptionist. Like, can we just walk in? What does the floor plan of the building look like?
You don't find that particular information. You do find a lead on a guy who will sell you a slicer kit with your 2 advantage. It is also now getting close to the end of the first day.
Well, guys, I found somebody who would maybe sell us a slicer kit. Um, we just go smash and grab it now.
I'm looking at the
I'm
map,
thinking
and how are we supposed to get into this room?
So it doesn't tell you exactly where the entrances and exits are. There is a door there.
Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't some like safe room that we'd have to blow our way into anyway.
It is a vault, so it is not going to be easy access.
All right, so we should bring a cutter. That's what I'm asking?
I mean, that would be one way to do it. Absolutely, that's a good idea.
Okay.
I haven't set it so you can only do it one way. So if that's how you want to do it, you can absolutely do it that way.
I'm just thinking of backup ideas too.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now it doesn't look like we're gonna get the slicer gear. So.
Well, he found a lead on one.
Yeah, I can. It didn't sound like he was selling it for cheap, but
quick question. I'm only finding one data pad in the store, and it's for $350. Is there a cheaper data pad that can be found?
If you flip a Destiny token, absolutely.
Oh gosh.
hey, didn't that lady give us a data pad with all the information and stuff on it?
I wrote that down. A
you
data card with details.
There you go.
Yeah.
Which really you should have a data pad to read. We're just going to say there's a terminal on the wall in the room.
I don't know what the hell is going on.
How do you guys feel about that Destiny token?
And so you said it would take a computer check to modify a data pad, right?
Yes, it's a computer check to modify a data pad. Also, I'm going to reiterate one more time, Kizik has found a lead on buying one. If you guys want to follow up on that, but it is 6 p.m. of day 1.
You said that this was like an office. Do they go home for the evening?
They do go home for the evening.
Okay, well, breaking in at night would be handy, right? So it being 6 p.m. is relevant. We don't want to run out of time here. But, like, if we flip a Destiny token, can we just get the slicer gear? Or are you going to have us do the data pad and then the computer's check?
If you flip a Destiny token, I'll let you have the slicer gear at half value, but you're still going to have to pay for it. So it's going to be 200 credits out of somebody's pocket.
I have, hold on. I have 225 credits left over. I will do that.
Okay. Let me get some slicer gear for you.
All right, and then we should go.
I want to put this back. I don't want it. There you go. Okay.
I have one data spike. If anybody wants to buy some more, I'm not saying that's a bad idea at all.
I only have enough money for a fucking fusion cutter, and I'm trying to find it.
That's a good choice. There was one over here.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find it. Here it is.
Oh, I just found the cheap data pad. God damn it. Well, I'll also buy the cheap data pad and see if I can roll my luck in trying to upgrade it as well.
David, because I'm feeling generous, that's your slicer gear.
It's a bargain.
It was quite a bargain, yes. And I think you might need it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need it. I didn't build him to be a slicer. I assumed somebody.
So
I thought Jeremy was gonna do it.
So actually, Zach came to me and was like, "I want to roll like a mechanic or a slicer or something." He's like, "I really like the idea of like cobbling together useful stuff from junk," and I'm like, "Yes, I love those kinds of characters. It's a good character for your level of development." But unfortunately, he didn't join us today. But I would have absolutely been like, "So you naturally have the ability to also be a slicer."
I'm more of a sneak in, get the information, stab people without them knowing they've been stabbed.
By the way, that's one of my favorite melee weapons in this whole game.
Yeah, I saw that and spent all my original credits on that.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the difficulty for me to try to convert this extra data pad, just in case?
It's going to be 2 reds as a computer check to convert it using the instructions you found on the HoloNet. They're totally accurate. You never have any difficulties using them whatsoever.
First roll. Let's see what I get.
Smoking crater of a data pad explodes in your hands.
Ooh.
That happens. Oh well. I went 75 credits.
Hey, do I have? Is it like mechanically? Do I have armor, or am I gonna need to buy armor?
Nope. If you didn't have armor, you don't have armor. I will give everyone heavy clothing if they don't have armor, just as a,
I mean, is there a shopkeep to buy armor from?
All of them have some form of armor, and there's not much.
Yeah.
No.
So there should be something in each category for every one of the vendors. It's not. None of this is top of the line stuff, with the rare exception of an item here or there.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, I like doing this for starting gear because it's kind of how you would do, right? Like, it's whatever the shops there have.
Don't like it.
I know you don't, and I suspect Jeremy will be the same way.
Oh, I'm fine. I found a bow and arrow. Found a climbing gear I'm going to tie to my bow and arrow. I found some fire
So
paint.
I got 275 left. I don't know what else I should get. I have stim pack, armor, and blast.
Okay.
Is there anything I should grab that will help us that y'all know of?
Yeah, if you can give me a set of Beskar, that'd be great.
Yeah, I don't think I have the money for that, or I'd be wearing it myself.
Yeah, you guys won't be buying Beskar regardless. If we do a Mandalorian campaign, you will be seeking Beskar, but you certainly won't be buying it.
We won't be trading lives for it.
Lives? Sure. If by trading lives you mean killing people and then taking it from them, yes, you will be doing that.
Excellent. Then
Right back. I use the restroom.
be careful.
Is there anything else y'all think I should grab?
I'm going to do the same thing David's doing.
I don't know. So how I think this is probably going to happen is that we're going to try to sneak into this place at night. So we'll need those kind of sneaky tools. Rope. Are we going to go in through the HVAC system? Can we try to pop open a door without setting off an alarm? We're going to need to slice into it. We need to take out cameras. Maybe we can try to find out, I don't know, more about this. So we'll need like recon gear, I think. Are there any like holographic projectors in here?
Recon gear?
Yeah, some recon gear.
Okay. I'll grab some recon gear. Might not be the best with it, but I'll have it. Where are those binoculars I found earlier?
They're in this bag.
Does anybody have any
Which
light?
one? The
They're
yellow
on
one?
the table now. Right by the yellow table bag.
Oh, they're there. How much are they?
$250.
Okay, I have 25 left after I grab the binoculars, so I'm pretty done at that point.
Right. Synth rope. And are we gonna try to just like buy a pizza and then show up with the pizza? Be like, hey, we're here delivering a pizza.
At 2 a.m. Under
Good
the
point.
cover of darkness.
Good point.
The cargo skiff.
Glow rod in case we need it.
I don't have enough for these fucking goggles. Holy crap, those are expensive.
How much were they?
1,000.
Yep, no, that's beyond the privy of affordability right now.
That catch vest is pretty good, and it has a soak value anyway.
It's only against energy weapons.
It has 1 soak against everything and 2 soak against energy weapons.
Does anybody else want a glow rod? I will buy it for them.
Oh yeah, I need a flashlight.
Okay. Give me a second to find the second one that was in here, and then I'll give that to you.
guys are gonna Watergate this shit.
Yeah.
Here you go. And I have 5 credits left, so I'm pretty tapped out. I'll be right back.
I'm Agnew, by the way.
You got a shotgun and a net gun.
I do. I'm a bounty hunter.
And a fusion cutter. Things are gonna go quiet.
I'm not quiet.
Technically, the Tangle gun is a semi-suppressed weapon. It's not suppressed as far as being actually suppressed, but it's basically a paintball gun that shoots a net, so it's not like a gunshot either.
Ah, good.
So,
I don't know how effective it's actually going to be, but I was like, you know what? That's going to be a staple of this guy's equipment.
so the Tangle gun is finicky because you have to roll 2 advantages to get it to roll and snare. But if it rolls and snare, it's super effective because it's a net gun. If it doesn't roll and snare, well, that 1 damage isn't very good, and it can't critical. So,
Bummer.
okay, so I think I've given everybody a little boost except for him. Oh.
Except for Carl.
So you know you don't need the ammo pouch and the bandolier, right? I mean, they're super cheap, I'll just let you know. I don't think you need both of them.
I bought it.
Okay.
The guy sold me on it while I was looking at my arm going, I don't know if that should be burning like that.
Does the Gungan plasma ball make a lot of noise when it goes off?
No. How are you throwing it?
Oh, I was thinking of rolling it into somebody.
Okay. So basically, it's like a glass ball, and there's plasma inside. And the way it detonates, in quotation marks, is the glass cracks.
Okay.
So just so you know, that's how it does that.
So I'd have to throw it.
So theoretically, you can throw it by hand.
Yes,
I could-
that's
Have
correct.
somebody step on it.
I walk over to you and say, like, can you duct tape that to a stick?
Well, just remember, it's also ion damage. So if you come across droids, that thing's going to be great.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If you don't come across droids, you want to keep in mind that ion damage does not do damage to persons, per se.
Right.
Will that open that safe?
Yeah, I was thinking backup plan to open the safe, though. It might ion the lock and
Short circuit it out.
yeah, then use the lock picking tools on it.
So
Those
they
are
have
my-
this super lock it's almost impossible to break into, but we exploit the one rule of Star Wars: if you shoot the handle, the door opens.
right.
Master
cool.
safe
I
crackers.
think we got enough big guns to do that.
That's plan X.
There's no
Plan
way.
X.
There's no way this plan backfires in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, we're gonna wipe the data card inside. That's what's gonna happen if I ion this thing. That's why I was
didn't
like,
say the data card had to have the information on it when she got it.
Correct.
look, I want to get paid for this. That's why I was like,
I'm just saying. All right. Anyway, I'm ready, as ready as I can be.
all right, so
We're
we're
going-
gonna take the speeder bikes and the skiff. Oh no, you said it was across town. We don't even need to really go far, right?
You can walk if you want, but the vehicles are available for you to borrow on the condition that you bring them back intact.
It's probably better to walk, or we're just not going to get any money back. I've seen how this works.
Yeah, I don't want to owe this lady any money.
Yeah, let's not do that. I was gonna
Alright.
say, if anything, bring the skiff just so we can get away quickly and park it like 2 blocks away. But yeah, don't do much more than that.
So is the skiff like a Ford F-350 steak body?
No, the skiff is. You see in Return of the Jedi, the little things they were dropping people into the Sarlacc pit when Jabba was trying to execute Luke and Han.
Okay.
It's that. It's really meant for hauling cargo, is what it's really
Right.
meant for.
So it's pallet jack that hovers.
Yeah, more or less. And goes, 50 miles an hour.
Right.
One of these cars just randomly has a human female in it.
She's still getting over her encounter with this Toydarian she met a while ago.
All right, so let's hoof it, and we'll get there around 7.
Okay. Everybody move your tokens to the white sheets on the side so I can change the map.
This drug machine has everything but sulfur in it.
Okay, are we ready?
I moved, yeah. Magic. Touch the bags.
Where's the brawny guy?
I'm on the other one.
Oh, okay. Damn it! I thought maybe we'd lost him.
Oh no, I'm still here. Just real quiet.
I don't think he's really the brawny guy. He's more like somebody that would sell Ricola.
Oh my god, Ricola.
I see so many commercials for that out here.
I mean, to be fair, he's really more like the guy that takes your trash out.
So it's a very well respected job. Without it, there's a lot of shit that falls up.
Okay, so which set of these red, blue, greens am I using? These like trackers that we have for our wounds and strains.
Oh, you're red, blue.
is health.
You're red,
blue
blue.
is-
He just means that his aren't there because they're not.
Oh.
I thought I put him a set, but they're not here. Somebody says you're a bunch of trolls. I'm not saying who, what, when, where, why. I'm just saying it happened.
How do they know?
Well, because she knows you.
I thought I was hiding it so well.
All right,
Wait,
there you
is
go.
it getting?
It couldn't have been.
I don't know. I sort of laughed as soon as I said it, which means it probably was. I don't know how I heard it all the way from here in Georgia, but I did.
That's crazy. She is laughing real loud.
Oh, Joe, I would like to impart with you
Oh, no,
one
no,
bit of
no,
wisdom
no.
in this world, 2 bits of wisdom in this world. If you meet someone named Kevin, try to move away from them because they're gonna die. very, very soon, very quickly, and there's more than one Kevin in the world. So when you meet one, you have 2 choices: move away from them or kill them yourself before God can. Number 2, if she has red hair, she's evil.
So the first
So Kevin is not a friend?
Kevin is
Friend.
Kevin's very much a friend. He's a friend that I bought Tabletop Simulator for, and then never joined my game. Instead, he played once with Matt. Matt actually started the rule of Kevin always dies like South
Kenny
Park,
from South
like
Park.
Kenny from South Park. I'm the one that said if she's a redhead, she's probably a bad guy.
So far, if she's a redhead, she is a bad guy.
There's only been no Vortex was redhead. She's not a bad guy yet.
I don't know if she was really a
There was a
redhead,
keyword
though.
there. There was a keyword there.
Yep.
I just realized that there was a rule that needed enforcing.
It's actually also in our Cthulhu game multiple times. It's like one of those photocopies, except that each photocopy is less right than the last one, and there's a lot of photocopies.
Okay. Just a reminder, I did buy a glow stick for someone, or glow rod.
Oh yeah, that was me.
So you guys roll up on this place. It's nighttime. So things are going to be a little different. than they would have otherwise been. There aren't going to be as many cars in the parking lot, but there are going to be some.
Are there lights in the parking lot?
Like streetlights? Yes.
Yeah. How about security cameras?
Yes.
All right. Can we mark security cameras on the map?
Sure thing.
And their field of view.
Go ahead and give me stealth and perception checks to do so.
Hey, guess what I'm not good at? No, I'm okay at stealth.
I could do that if you wanted.
Yeah, new guy bought binoculars. Can he look at them?
Yeah, new guy does have binoculars.
Okay, the new guy doesn't need stealth check. He can stay far enough away. But he still needs perception. 2 purple.
You said perception?
Mm-hmm. See if the binoculars give you a bonus to perception checks, because I imagine they would, but I don't know. It's
Yeah, I can't see.
Two purples, not 2 reds.
Color pale black magnifies an object up to 5 kilometers. Remove a black imposed due to long range or poor light.
Oh. Okay, remove 1 black, but add another. So it's 2 blacks for everyone who doesn't have either a night vision or a glow rod. So it's.
So if I have a glow rod and binoculars, I'm good?
If you shine the glow rod at the building and you would like to do so, I will let you have your perception check. Just remember our conversation earlier in the tutorial about doing stupid things.
So this challenge is 2 red?
It's
Or is
2
it 2
purple. This is
Okay.
unless you want to shine the glow rod at the building, in which case it's
I'm not shining the glow rod at the building.
okay, because that would have made the check
And I have 1 setback.
that would have made the check 15 red.
Can you reload the fountain and these 2 things? I can't. They're just white box for me.
Yeah. That's weird.
Okay, so with my lovely binoculars, I can't tell what that is. It didn't pop up.
Hold on, it's because I'm reloading something, so the whole server's going to lag whenever I do that.
1 success and 2 threats.
Okay. Stand by, and I'll mark the cameras you can see. What side of the building are you looking from?
I'm gonna say I'm probably
Okay.
in this area over here.
Can people see these lines? They're not showing up very good for me.
I can vaguely see them. I can see a cone view.
That's what you need.
Yep. I'm wondering what those 2 threats are going to end up being.
Okay. There's also going to be...
You turn around with your binoculars still on, and you just see Carl bare ass pissing in a trash can or something, you know? Try getting that image out of your head
Those lines came through pretty nice.
with his perfectly muscled buttocks.
We can hear your drinking, by the way, son.
Oh, shit. I forget how sensitive my mic is.
I happen to know that bothers at least 1 person in the chat.
Were they complaining about it last time, too?
No. No, I'm go ahead and nipping that one in the bud. Okay, so there are your cameras. It's roughly 8 p.m. It's not very well lit out here, but there are street lamps. Wherever there's sidewalks here, there's going to be, occasional lights to illuminate the sidewalks. 3 speeders. Doesn't look like there's a ton of people inside.
And I can tell the camera's up against the wall, right? So that there would be a blind spot underneath them, or does it see straight down?
They're not. They don't appear to be fisheye. They appear to be box lenses. So you're guessing. And they're also not moving, although it looks like they might be able to, but they're not moving. So that's a thing.
So is our plan just to go in the front door? We're not gonna like try to climb up the side of the building and come into the top, or
I don't know. We should do some recon, go around the building, see what we can find. Maybe there's another way in, or maybe there's something we can exploit to get ourselves inside.
Can I do a stealth recon?
Yes,
Sure.
you can.
Stealth first. 2 purples. Yeah, now they're complaining in chat about your wet sounds. Okay,
Well,
so you
Something good happens.
you come around this corner, and you think you're far enough away at first, and then there is a camera you didn't see on this side that just turns and directly looks at you. You know you've been spotted. How would you like to spend your triumph?
Now you're the distraction. Everybody files out of the building to follow you.
Can you repeat what happens when the camera sees me?
So nothing immediately happens, but it does turn and look directly at you, and you
All right,
are.
I'm gonna lean up. I'm gonna turn towards the building, look both directions, drop my pants, and pee.
You're trying to make them believe you're just a drunk who found a convenient spot to take a piss.
Yes.
Okay. Just for lulz, roll me a 1 purple deception check.
stage fright?
It's David. There's every possibility he will fail this. That was fucking close.
It was.
That
was,
was-
but I got a
that
triumph
one-
on that first one.
That one's cocked as shit. So I mean, if you'd failed, it would have just turned into a talking check. Like they wouldn't have just walked out there and shot you. I was just gonna have one come out there and be like, "Get out of here, bum," and you'd have been able to talk your way out of it. I just wanted to see if that interaction happened. So nothing happens. You walk away and the camera goes.
So he found the camera on the right side of the building.
Yeah, he found there is a camera there. He wasn't able to go any further. He did also find out that getting close enough to it will cause it to turn and look at you.
Oh, he went on this side.
Oh, my bad.
No, no, I went on the side that Matt's drawn or somebody's drawn on.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay.
Oh,
Right here.
I missed that part. I thought you went around the other side. Okay, so same thing happens, but on that side. My bad.
I got 2 cameras out of it.
That was your triumph.
You can't erase. There it goes.
What-
Did my triumph get me anything?
Your triumph got you not caught. Like they are even though you failed your stealth check, they are convinced that there's nothing out here. And they would have been even if you'd failed that check. The guy would have just come out there to be like, "Hey, get out of here." And there would have been an interaction you'd have had to deal with. But he still would have been convinced that you were a bum.
All right. So can he keep doing recon then, or are we sending someone else to recon?
He can attempt to do it again, but he's going to have to approach the building, and it's going to be an upgraded difficulty because you are in essence now pushing a roll.
All right. So can I do a stealth check?
Can I move to the left side of the building and see if I can find any more cameras with my binoculars?
Sure. You're going to need to circle around. It's going to take some time. So it was 8 o'clock. It's going to be about 9 o'clock by the time you guys get these things done. While you're taking that walk, go ahead and do your perception check, and let's see what
That wasn't me.
Kizik and Ghost want to do.
So that was my stealth, the 1-1.
Okay, where did you want to look?
I'm gonna walk around this side of the building.
Okay, so you're doing this. You're looking at the same thing that Sen's looking at. Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception roll, Sen. and Kizik.
Oop, that's the wrong one. Hold on.
Kizik, your guy is a janitor.
Yeah. Cool. So I would know, like, this is the time that the janitor shift would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Be dressed as a janitor.
I imagine he is. He just walked off the job.
Fair point.
I'm gonna go knock on the front door.
Okay. So let's resolve these perceptions first. You do see said camera on this side. Pointing that way.
It's only the one.
Since both of you did recon, I'll also say that you can see that there's like a fisheye lens above that door. It doesn't look like it's very high res, and it's pointed directly down in front of the door. So let's resolve this. So Carl walks up to the front door and knocks on the door, rings the doorbell.
I'm going to stand at it. I'm going to kind of look around, and then I'm going to knock.
Okay. A security droid, a standard average of the run security droid. Totally not an elite assassin droid, as this token may indicate. Is going to walk up to the door and say, "This facility is closed, human. Please move on."
I'm part of the janitorial services union. I was assigned to this building by my supervisor Kevin. Am I not in the right spot?
Please present your credentials, human.
I'm gonna show him my Imperial janitorial badge.
Give me a deception check. Let's make it 1 red, 1 purple.
Hey, he didn't despair. Oh, never mind. He hasn't rolled it yet.
I was about to say, don't speak too soon. This is not an Imperial facility. You appear to be in the wrong location.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you? All right. Well, can I get your name at least so I could tell my supervisor at least tried to clock in?
It just stares at you. You get the impression that it's not a very intelligent droid.
Well, okay. Thanks. Sorry.
The droid walks back inside.
Hey, do generators have an access console?
You know, it stands to reason that they would have some sort of maintenance console. It's probably not going to be networked to the rest of the building, but it would probably control the functions of the generator as, say, an emergency bypass.
All right. I'd like to approach from the back side of the building.
Okay. Give me another stealth and another perception.
Which one first?
Stealth first. And that is going to be a upgraded difficulty. So go ahead and make that 1 red, 1 purple. Okay. And go ahead and roll your perception as 2 purples. Okay. So where's your token at? Which one of these is you? This is you. Okay, so you get to here. and you haven't seen anything. You see that there's a generator here. You don't see any obvious. You don't see the obvious access points from where you're at. And that's going to resolve your turn for the time being. We'll get back to you in a second. Sin, what are you doing? You've done your spot check. You've radioed in that you see these cameras. You've noticed that Ghost is running around here. Sorry, Skell's running around here, and he's doing the stealthy thing, dodging between the cameras.
I'm not sure, honestly.
Okay, you don't have to take a turn. I'm just trying to make sure everyone gets around because there's so many people. I'm trying to go in something of an order.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at what we got right now, and it seems like we've had one guy go up to the front door. We have one at the back, so I'm not really sure where we're going to try to infiltrate from, which is kind of what I was waiting for.
Well, you guys didn't really talk it out too much before you rushed in, but that's standard for this party.
Yep. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and try to sneak myself back past the cameras I've found to be kind of standing behind this little thing back here out of the range of this back camera towards the back door.
Okay, that's going to be an upgraded stealth check. So you're talking about a 1 red, 1 purple check.
Okay.
Ghost, you've been sneaking around these cameras. What are you doing?
I kind of wanted to shoot one of the cameras out so that we could approach it, but
3 success.
Okay. So as you're trying to line up how you're going to do that without causing too much of a ruckus, you see this Mandalorian over here, and you're familiar with the way he works because you do a lot of the same things, and he's basically just dipping and weaving between different pieces of cover until he's slipped behind this garbage droid. He's now.
That's a droid?
Yep, that's a garbage droid. It's a.
Has it been moving around at all during this?
It has not. It appears to be on standby.
I wonder if you can get in that thing and then it'll go through the door.
That's exactly what I was about to try to do.
Oh, we don't have comms. Damn it.
I was already thinking it though, so you didn't do anything wrong.
The garbage droids are one of the reasons that Carl has lost his job, and he's so upset. He hates all droids now.
It seems familiar. It's almost like the storyline has been used.
This one's got a built-in compactor, though.
Yeah, I would, noticing that there's a not active droid right there. I would see if I can get behind it and access like a control panel to make it go inside the building. Because I'm presuming with it being outside this building, it would be servicing this building.
Mm-hmm. Who has the slicer gear?
You.
Okay, that's the person who can do what you want to do. Also, you're right. You guys don't have comm links, so this is going to be fan-fucking-tastic.
So, if that's the case, I want to slide back around this little lovely tower right here and just kind of flash my glow rod real quick at him to get his attention. Just like 1 or 2 flashes.
Okay. You can absolutely do that, and you don't have to roll for that, but you do want you to roll a 1 red, 1 purple perception check.
So, perception?
Uh-huh.
You said 1 red, 1 purple, so that's that.
Okay. No, you get his attention. He sees you. If Craven wants to walk over there to you, he absolutely can.
All right. I'm gonna continue making my stealthy approach.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you two are now within chatting range. Kizik, you're sitting here. trying to figure out maybe like what you should do next. And a truck rolls into the parking lot and pulls into this spot. What do you do?
Were any of us in a position to see that?
Nope.
Kizik is.
Is it a garbage truck like it looks?
It is a panel van style truck.
I am just going to just walk because I just tried to walk in and get a job. It clearly didn't work. I'm going to come out and look at the car, and I'm going to get on my glow rod like it's a comlink and just start chatting to myself. I thought, like, this is the place you should have sent me, right? No. You know exactly what you're talking about.
So you don't have any grenades in your inventory, so you can't do the check where you check to make sure this is actually a glow rod and not a grenade, rolling
Correct.
back to previous characters and mistakes that may or may not have been made.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Roll me a deception check. It's going to be 2 purples.
2 purples because you left the light on.
Because I'm occasionally flicking it. Like, it just keeps flashing every now and then. Clearly a comlink. Hella
Comlink
comlink.
for deaf people.
Although it hurts my eyes when I keep staring into the light.
Was that your successes?
Yeah, I have 3 successes, 2 threats. They're convinced I'm on a phone call.
They are absolutely 100% convinced. There it is. Of course, their intelligence might be a little low. As a basilisk escorts his 4 droids that are blatantly the cleaning droids inside, he gives you a weird look as you are talking on your comlink. You roll up
Flashlight.
Yes, your comlink with air quotes. You can't see the air quotes, but they're there. And the security droid walks out and says, "Please present your authorization." And the basilisk pulls out his authorization, the droid accepts it, and the door opens, and the cleaning staff goes inside.
Quick, pretend you're a droid.
What's the little spider droid?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so mad right now.
They took our jobs.
That being said, I'm going to keep talking on my comlink and like walk around the building looking for my other partners.
Okay. So, we don't actually have Scales token anywhere, so I'm just going to put him here. So you would see him when you come around that corner.
How'd the front door go?
There's a cleaning crew inside, and I hate droids. Can't believe they took my job.
I hate droids too. I can't believe they took my planet.
That's rough.
It is. So I saw something cool back here. There's another doorway and maybe a way to get in. There's a garbage droid over there.
Another droid? God. And it's a garbage droid? That's... Oh, cool. Maybe we could play it off like it's my garbage droid, and we're just going to go in and get the garbage.
Yeah, I think we're actually probably gonna stuff somebody inside. Watch out! There's a camera right here. We're gonna have to go around.
Okay. Go ahead and give me stealth check. Since you already know it's there, I'll go ahead and downgrade it to a 1 purple. And it can also be a community check. So the way this works is you both roll it. If Matt has 5 successes and Kizik has 4 failures, he can give you the extra successes to make you pass.
I think I can pass. Not incompetent.
Well, I got 1 success and 4 advantage.
So he's got nothing to give you.
I mean, can he use a couple of those advantages to give him a boost die?
Look at that.
He could have,
Not
actually.
like he needs it.
He didn't need it, but he could have, yes.
Me and Carl
Maybe
hang
Jeremy's best character, and that really hurts to say.
Carl is awesome.
I hate Carl.
You always hate Kizik's characters every time, without fail.
I want to keep the trend going.
I thought you got along pretty well with Kizik.
Kizik was awesome.
Isaac was awesome. It's a little weird, but he was awesome.
Okay.
Kizik gave you guns and grenades.
I know. I really miss him.
Okay. So you guys are chilling with this garbage droid behind the camera.
This camera's the seen me. I can't get that camera again.
What?
I said the cameras have seen me. They know that I'm trying to clean this place. So maybe I can just like go up and be like, hey, the front desk droids had to go around the back and get the garbage droid to come in.
So who's got the data pad? We'll just program this garbage droid to make 4 trips, in and out, and deposit us on the inside.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. It's a 2 purple computers check. It has 1 firewall, so it's 2 purple and 1 black.
Okay, and how does assisting someone work with this? Like, if I wanted to help him with it.
So you have 2 choices. You can either make a combined check, or you can say, I'm assisting him by like looking over his shoulder and just give him a boost dice. Combined checks take the highest characteristic and skill ranks from the 2 people making the check.
Yeah.
And
So we're the same. We're the same on that. So I'll just kind of look over his shoulder and point out little helpful things I can do as he does it.
yeah, it's just worth noting that does take up a turn. So when you're doing these kind of things in combat situations, it's something to keep track of.
Just trying to help where I can right here.
We can also meta that and say that I'm doing it because I have a 3 intelligence and get a green instead of a blue.
Oh, you mean a green instead of just another green? Because I have
Well, I
1
mean,
skill.
if we're proficient, wouldn't that give him a yellow and 2 greens?
Yes, yeah, he's adding a green instead of adding a blue, which is what you would have done helping.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's better. And I get 2 blues for my slicer gear. All right.
So you guys are sticking the yellow wire in the green slot.
Hush.
but
Oh my
blue-
God, Boomer, shut up. That was not helpful at all.
Yeah, I was too mad at the stupid droid. It took my job.
You managed to enable an extra set of security, which will give you an extra setback. However, you may attempt it again if you would like to push the results.
All right. I'll keep my mouth shut this time.
Could he use the 2 advantage to kind of have been in it already, so he's better at it next time around and get a boost die?
The 2 advantages are are letting him re-roll it.
Ah, gotcha.
Question: what would a data spike do?
Data spike either adds boosts or takes away blacks. So
How many of those you got?
1.
Save it for the safe.
It's gonna fail on the safe too. We can't even break into a fucking garbage droid.
The garbage droid had a firewall. It's not a regular garbage droid.
no, that's so. A couple really important things happen here. Item number 1: the droid is now your pet. Will do anything you ask it to do without question.
Boy.
Item number 2: you find out that it was also being used for nefarious purposes already. And
What?
yeah, it was already kind of smuggling contraband. So where's your card for your data spike? There it is.
What was the nefarious purpose?
It was being used to haul contraband.
It's being used to haul
what's in
contraband. Well, first off, there's 2 more data spikes. And there's,
Oh yes.
and there's also one of these.
What is that?
These drugs.
Oh yes. Muff
Did you
crack.
find your drugs you were looking for?
Yes.
What the fuck?
He rolled a triumph. I mean, come on.
I'll whip that shit out just immediately.
This garbage droid is taking everyone's jobs. Now the drug dealer's jobs. It's just crazy.
Okay, so we can get this droid to take us inside one at a time by stuffing us inside it now.
Yep, sure can.
Oh my god, this thing is still spitting shit out.
What else do we got?
Ding, 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 ding.
More things that I wanted to buy, but didn't
A
have
grenade.
the cyanoxis. Not as good as dioxis, but which dioxis just makes your insides melt out of your outsides.
So does cyanoxis.
Oh really? I haven't used that one yet, so
It's rat poison. It's highly concentrated rat poison.
I mean, to be
Some
fair,
someone
the
injected
trash
it
guy
earlier.
injected himself with that,
Yeah.
It didn't do anything to him. He was like, this kind of tingles. Alright, so I'll start
Man, you
loading
got all the
people
good
in
shit there.
and sending them in there.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. So you have
Is it just
options.
one at a time?
It says that you can go to reception, lobby, communications, studio, and those are the options it has available.
Receptions, lobby, communications, and studio.
Yep. And you have a map, so you have a basic idea of what the building looks like.
So,
You don't
which
know.
one of these are you counting as lobby?
You don't know which one's which, but you do have that basic map. Like you have this map over here, and since it doesn't say on those which one's which, you don't actually know. But you can use a little bit of logical deduction if you'd like.
You said communications.
Studio,
Reception.
communications, reception, and lobby.
Okay, hold on. I think I can figure this out. So reception is obviously this dipshit
Right in the
over
front
here.
door.
Right. Alright. Communications should be one of these two. Probably this one, since it has comm panels in it. Reception, lobby. What was the other two?
This is definitely
Studio?
theater recording or whatever it is. Studio.
No.
And then lobby, I think, is this big one out where the fountain is.
That makes sense. Alright. Well, the only one without witnesses is the studio.
We don't know that.
That's... Okay.
Correct assumption.
Yep, you're
But
right.
I think it's safe to assume that they're not going to be recording things at 9 o'clock at night.
I don't know, man. That's when the best raps get laid down.
Or
Not a
porn.
lot of outside noise to interfere.
Right. Alright, so let's go to the studio. Let's all go to the lobby. Who's riding first?
I'll go in first.
Good, because I ain't getting really into that thing. That thing scares me.
Okay.
You're
I got a
gonna,
big gun.
Boomer, you're gonna have to get into that at some point.
Alright, I'm changing my name to Boomer, because that's officially way cooler than Skelly.
So he thinks it's because he shoots big guns and grenades, but really it's because he's old.
Right, exactly. I think I'm cooler than I am.
That's most boomers do.
Okay. Gonk, gonk. Gonk, gonk. Gonk, gonk. The droid comes to a stop. Dumps you out.
Hey, look. There's a droid right here.
Beep, beep.
Has that droid seen me?
Yep. Beep, beep. Beep,
It's
beep.
getting shot.
Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
It's a trash droid.
It's cleaning the floor. It's a Roomba. Beep, beep.
It's still not going to be allowed to leave the room if it's seen me.
Okay.
So, try to think what's the best way to do this. Actually, no. I'm going to grab said trash droid, said cleaning droid, and throw it into the trash can to take back out with it.
1 purple brawl check also Probably an amazing idea.
Tell it to crush it on the way. Compact it.
Oh, Boomer's not going to want to go next.
No, I'm not. If I see that come out of the garbage droid,
No, that's. I'm gonna ask you this before I tell you how it fails. How would you like to spend your one advantage?
I would like to, in my grapple against it, manage to disrupt its, like if it has an antenna or anything on it that allows it to, like, communicate with anything, or, like, if there's a camera I can see, like, take that off so it doesn't have the ability to see or let someone know I'm here.
Okay, well, it doesn't have an antenna because it's not that kind of droid. It's quite cheap, but it does have one little camera as an eye, and you rip its little eye off as it sticks as it takes a injector that it uses to spray cleaner of some variety on it and stabs you with it and injects you with whatever cleaner is in it. Go ahead and roll me a 3 purple resilience check. You should be good
worry.
at that.
you don't have any viruses anymore. Bad news is your blood now is microband 24 in it.
But you are immune to coronavirus now.
True.
Yeah.
Hey, I might be getting that vaccine next week. Gotta love working with UK officers.
Okay, so here's how this is going to go. First off, you rolled 3 advantages, so I'm not going to have it instantly incapacitate you. However, you are going to go ahead and take 5 hit point damage bypassing your soak. And it burns like a motherfucker. But you're not going to be instant incapped. With your 3 advantages, I'll let you choose. It can incap you, but you do manage to shove the droid into the garbage droid, or you can just take the 5.
I'll take the
Okay. So you're unconscious. It just straight up, like, it burns for a second. You're like, oh god, oh god, oh god, and then you pass out. This thing is shoved in here.
Take the 5 wounds.
No. You take whatever your strain threshold is. You don't take any wounds. You take 12 strain.
Okay.
So you're incapped. Now, the droid turns around. Gonk gonk. Goes right back out. There's an unconscious guy laying on the floor in the studio. Rolls back up. Who's going to be the next person that's going to try to get into the droid? Because you guys can't see. You can't see the contents of the droid while it's closed.
Well, I guess I'll go next, and I go up. I hit the button to open it.
This mass of robotic limbs, because it has quite a few, is scrappling to get out and cannot see. And it's just wildly...
Compact button. As soon as I see that shit going on, I was like, push the compact button. While Boomer's watching.
Oh, fuck that. I'm not getting my fat ass in there. No way.
So, the sound of a soda can crunching times 10 happens.
That shit's for the birds. I'm not getting in there.
You gotta get in there, man. I took care of the problem that was in there. I don't even know where that came from, but you gotta go in there and check on that guy that I just sent in there.
So the garbage droid poops that out. It's just an empty can, mind you. It's solid metal, but that's what it poops
In
out.
my pocket.
Nah,
It can be useful.
you take that data thing of yours, your pad, and you make sure that compact button can't get pushed if I get in there.
I look at the droid and I'm like, look, you promised not to compact Boomer, right? And then I tell it to beep twice.
It gonks twice at you.
See? It promises.
Fuck me, and I get up in here.
And then it gonks.
Oh my god, I hit the button! I'm just kidding.
So you're riding in it. You're pretty nervous, but ultimately it opens the door and ejects you out, and you find an unconscious Jarvan on the floor.
It smells like straight shit in there, and I come back out and I'm like, oh crap, I can't leave you alone for 2 seconds. I'm gonna hit him with a stim pack.
Smell nice though.
Okay. that will instantly revive him. So one of our rulings on stim packs is that they also can, if you're unconscious, they can relieve you and bring you back. So you'll go back to your 0 on strain. But that does cost you that stim pack.
You're lucky, boy. This is my only stim pack.
Carl just jumps right in.
He's probably ridden these before.
If you have 3 of them, you can have a fun game of Where's the Person? That trash compactor comes a little bit more exciting.
Carl comes out here just about the time that Jarvan's starting to wake up from, the shit that just went down. So Jarvan went to sleep, and there was nobody here, and now there's 2 of you here as he wakes up, and the garbage droid is on his way back out.
I'm gonna ask the question as I'm waking up. What happened to the droid? Where did the droid go?
You'll find out in just a second.
Yeah.
We thought you turned into the droid.
Comes in here, and it just poops out the person.
I pull out my can of droid, and I'm like, I think you lost something.
You'll like see instant relief on his face. Good. I thought it went back out into the main room.
Nope. It tried to come out of the trash compactor, and I didn't push the button, which also caused Boomer to have some panicky things. I had to make him think that the droid actually understood English, and that it wouldn't come back to him.
I'll take the eye that's in my hand and I'll give it to him. Here's the rest of the droid for you.
I toss it in the trash compactor.
All right, I think we need to get into that terminal right there.
Oh yeah, there's a terminal over there.
Well, there's a desk.
Wait, there's a terminal over there?
Yeah, there's a terminal attached to the camera, and then there's a desk.
I thought the desk had a terminal. My bad. All right, yeah.
There's a camera right here.
so it does. Both of them have terminals. However, one of them is under spotlights in front of a high-resolution camera that the terminal seems primarily dedicated to controlling.
That being said, let's get out of the view of that camera. And if it is turned on, how about we wipe its data so it didn't see us?
Nah, man, I'm a pure boomer, so I'm gonna stick my face right into the camera.
Is this thing on?
Is this on right here?
It's difficulty for this terminal.
Okay.
Can we see the footage first before we delete it?
So, you don't actually have to slice to gain basic access to the camera functions. It is not a locked terminal if all you're trying to do is access camera functions. It was not on. It is basically a remote control gimbal for the camera. Now, if you want to start slicing into the rest of the building, that's going to be a different story.
See if you can find like internal cameras for the lobby and stuff. See if we can get a body count in here.
Is David muted again?
What was the difficulty?
For slicing into the rest? Well, it depends. You just want to gain access?
Yeah, first, yeah.
Okay, so gaining access is 2 purples and 2 blacks.
Alright. I gotta be honest, I'm starting to think it's gonna be easier if we just stroll out there and start murdering the shit out of things.
Look, then I'm not gonna get my bonus.
I mean, if we fail, you're not gonna get your bonus.
So with 4 advantages, you have options. Well, you failed with advantage, so they don't necessarily know you're here. First and foremost, you may add to your slicing check your 2 additional boost dice, and you may attempt to do this again. With that said, you are now on your 2nd attempt, so failure will likely result in detection.
You just end up broadcasting my face over everything. Oh, got it.
Okay. So you are now have access to the system. You can tell me how you want to use your 2 advantages. Also, so your actions from in here are things like enact command, which is the generic I want to do things in the system. You can strip out their defenses, which are the blacks that are just automated program like firewalls, and you can strip those out using a specific check to do it. You may also
Okay.
do all the trace user and stuff routes you need,
What's
but
the difficulty to get rid of those security programs?
it's the same check you just made, minus the 2 boosts you just had. Okay, so that takes away both of the blacks.
All right.
So now they're down, like you basically have operating system commands, and you may now enact commands. Now, you said you wanted to check for internal cameras.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna combine check for and access in one roll. So go ahead and roll that. It's gonna be the check you've got right now.
Can I get? Was it Jeremy that was helping earlier and gave me an extra green?
Yep, you sure can.
All right. Carl,
Oh,
be you. Oh, never mind. I already had the. Oh, now
I
I
added
don't know
it.
what's going on. All right, right.
You're right, roll.
Thanks, Carl. Thanks, Carl. You're not as useless as I thought you were, Carl.
Spoke too soon.
Damn it, Carl.
Okay, you have 3 advantages. You may push the roll. Failure will result in being detected and setting off the alarms.
All right. No extra boost for that one, though, right?
Nope.
Well, can't you trade out 2 advantage for a boost? Whereas the 3 advantage was giving him the
Yeah,
chance to
so
go again.
with the slicing checks, your 3 advantages are allowing you to push the roll, which is one of those house rules we use. We borrowed it
Gotcha.
from Cthulhu. Okay. Look at you with the triumphs tonight. So this system is yours. You can do pretty much whatever you want with it. You've gained access to door locks, security cameras. The only things that you can access are anything in this room is blacked out. There's no hard line into that room. However, you also have generator control. You can see that this next room over here, there's one guy who's just basically in charge of making sure that the automated late nights, televised pre-recorded stuff is going out and being broadcasted and stuff. But this room is basically the broadcast control for the tower.
All right. So for just 1 second, need to pause.
Mhm.
First off, I've been very down on Carl.
Mhm.
I literally blamed the last bad roll on him. I'd like to turn, high five him, and hug him like we have just solved cancer. You're the best, Carl. I don't hate you anymore. That'll change as soon as I do something else wrong, but
I would like to rub poop on his back.
I accept.
You also have a camera, because you rolled Triumph, in the actual vault.
Okay.
You see that there are 2 droids specifically in the vault room. There's a few more droids than you thought there were here. Also, I'm going to move the cleaning droids around because the cleaning droids are doing their thing. You can't see into that room. There is one that's going to be in there, but you don't actually know that yet. There's one in here cleaning, and the Basilisk is bugging the shit out of the receptionist security droid because he's bored and he has nothing better to do. Like, his job is literally just to deliver these droids.
All right. So can I send commands to the droids?
The janitor droids, no.
No, the security droids.
You can send some commands to them, but they'd have protocols that would protect them against things like shutdown commands. You can trigger security alarms. Oh, you failed this perception check twice. There's a laser grid over top of the alcove of the power generator, and had you walked in there, you would have instantly triggered a securry alarm.
Well, I'm really glad that we found a trash droid, and I decided to pay attention
Yes.
and not ignore Joe like say I have done on multiple times.
Yeah, that's...
May even have been an internal debate for a moment.
I'm sure it was.
Thank God it's your first night, Joe. I was taking it easy.
So basically, where all the cameras are places you can trigger alarms, plus the generator. You can also do things that might cause panic, like shut down the main broadcast tower.
Okay. So I have a couple of plans I want to enact here. One is, of course, shut down the main broadcast tower.
Okay.
One is send an emergency alarm to this room,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
And calling in all droids
Okay.
30 seconds later, kill the generator.
and lock the door. I want to lock the door.
Triggering an alarm will lose us our bonus. Boomer's gonna be sad.
There's no broadcast tower, so there's no actual alarm.
I don't know how this lady works. She said don't trigger an alarm.
But we're also
Okay.
giving a reason for the alarm that's not us.
So this is a complicated directive, so I'm going to make it 2 reds. Like, as you're looking at this, you're like, I can do each of these actions in turn with, these 2 purple checks, but it'll take too long to be effective. Therefore, I'm upgrading it twice. It's going to be 2 reds.
Do it.
I'm gonna use my data spike for this,
Okay, that's a good move. You also have 3 destiny tokens left.
and a destiny token.
Okay.
Now, what does that drop the check to?
So the destiny token you can drop. Yeah, you can drop that to a purple. And you may want to talk to Sin about your philosophies on downgrading versus upgrading with your destiny tokens.
Downgrading's always better because the bad dice are way worse than the good dice are good.
Makes sense.
I feel like I've done a bad job as a GM. I need to work on that.
You can add your boost for your thing. Data spike.
I added 2 boosts for that. I think we're good. Unless I get
Aren't you
3.
using your slicing kit too? So you should
Yeah,
have
that-
4 boost?
Yeah, I have 4 boosts.
You can't make this.
I know.
It's David.
It apparently got close.
Okay. How'd you like to spend your advantages?
He accidentally locks all of the doors.
These are advantages, not threats. So the first thing is you hear the sci-fi sound of the tower going offline. Then there's the womp 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 of various different alarms and shit going off. I don't think I have a klaxon on this one, but I do have a klaxon on this one. I swear it exists. It's actually pretty passable. Oh, well, I don't have it. So.
I hope it's passable. I've been imitating them for years for work.
So, this droid comes in, this droid comes in. You do notice that these 2 droids don't move, which is super annoying. The door does lock, and the generator shuts down, and all lights in the building wink out.
Alright, and can I make sure this door is locked too?
Yes, I'll go ahead and that's absolutely something you can do.
Alright. Alright, well, I've taken care of all but 2 droids.
I guess that's where I come in.
Okay.
Well, we do have that Gungan sphere, which is really useful for droids.
This is also true.
Oh my goodness! Put it in the trash compactor droid. Have it roll in and then trash compact
Have
it.
it walk into them and come back it right in front of them.
Hey, question. I can also...
Wait, what's the range for that thing? Is it a contact range, or would it cause an explosion to go out for the droid?
It's not
with
a
the
it's
damage?
not a grenade. It's contact.
Yeah, so I don't think the droid would work. I think it's going to be someone has to chuck it in there at the droids.
Oh, wait. I can do a thing with the I can power surge a conduit, right?
There are no convenient conduits for that particular area because this is a vault.
Alright.
But yes,
What about this room?
that is a thing you can do. You can absolutely so it's not a conduit per se. There is a huge server bank right there. You overload that thing, it's going to take out everything in the room.
Right, let's do that.
What about, real quick, before we do that, what about the wall that we're standing right next to that it's against?
The wall will protect us.
Are you sure?
Let's hope so.
I'm gonna take
Am
a
I
couple
sure?
of
No, of course I'm not sure, but I'm going to pretend I am.
Okay.
Carl, where are you going? I need your help on this.
I'm definitely going to move away from that wall where I am currently near.
If you guys don't think I should do it, I mean, we don't have to do it.
You don't need a blow.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just don't want to be the closest one to the wall when it explodes.
All right. Well, somebody should keep an eye on them because if they start trying to break through the lock, we're gonna need to, deal with them.
Can I point out, as the calm, intelligent guy, we're so close to finishing a mission stealthily.
Yeah.
Why do we
Well,
need an explosion right now?
we
It's not
don't.
an explosion. It's a surge of bionic energy from the servers.
Of bionic energy? Computers are bionic?
Ionic. Oh my god.
No one said it was ion.
I hate you, Carl. I hate you, Carl. Fucking hate you. I'd stab you right now if I could.
So can we just stealth across the lobby here and try to get in there?
There's no one in the lobby except for those droids, and they're janitor
There's
droids.
there's one Roomba that's still cleaning the floor.
Yeah,
fuck.
just don't. If you don't mess with the janitor droids, they literally won't hurt you.
I would like to shoot that, please.
No. Let's not shoot it. Let's do like we did with the other one. And throw
I
it in the
have a bow and arrow. It's not going to be
Okay,
loud.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh my
Roll.
God, I hope you fail this. I hope you take Drano.
Roll me a 1 purple ranged check.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. With all of my rage.
Yeah, it is. It is. So that was you blew that. Like that was.
It's still overshadowed by the triple triumph
I
of
mean,
somebody with nothing but a hatchet.
yeah. So
But it's close.
So you do the thing. How would you go ahead and describe how 2 triumphs affects your shooting this droid?
The first one, I look at it and I just feel this blinding rage of this droid stealing my job. And I immediately go into a depressive corner and I said, no, Carl, you're better than this. So I stand up, I hold my chest out high, I aim for it, and then it starts to move and I go, wait! Oh my goodness, I haven't shot an actual thing. This is all just like simulated things. So I take my nice steadying breath, I shoot it off the light, it bounces straight down, and there's an arrow shooting straight up right into this tank of this droid.
I knew that was.
Yeah,
I knew that was going to be what it was. Incidentally, I'm going to give you guys a light side token back.
Nice.
There's a very dead droid over there. It's got a arrow sticking out of the underside beneath its treads.
Just want me to try to trick the droids into something, or are you just gonna go in there and murder the droids? I'm okay with either, by the way. I just
Send in the
well,
garbage droid first.
Yeah, I don't think this is. We're not going to be able to do this stealthily.
depends if I go in there and I'm just like, hey, cleaning safe service.
Oh yeah, we're
The
here to.
droids. Service is safe. We're here to service is safe. Safe service.
Yeah, I
It's our
got you.
motto. Every safe is served.
Serve safe.
Serve safe.
Okay. Yeah, let's try diplomacy.
So you want to? I don't know. Oh, you know, there's a camera in there too, right? So we can
I
be the
turned the
IT
cameras
crew.
off. I turned
Well,
the cameras off.
I understand that, but that camera could need to get service. We could easily be the IT crew coming in to figure out why that camera isn't working. And while they're both all looking up at that camera, they could come to their unend.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mr. Carl,
Yes.
roll me a. What's the right one? Cunning? No. Discipline? No. Perception. We'll go with perception. Perception's good. Roll me a perception check, 2 purples. Okay, 15 minutes ago, you encountered one of these droids and tried to do almost exactly what you guys are suggesting here, and realized very quickly that these are really dumb droids who only care about whether or not you have the credentials to do the thing you're trying to do.
Yeah, we need to fake some credentials.
We can do that with the computer, can't we?
No, you need a physical ID card.
Oh. I know a guy who has an ID card.
Mhm.
He was on the cameras. I'm just gonna go get that ID card from him.
So you step through this door, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And there's a basilisk with a data pad hitting the recall button as hard as he can while simultaneously with his two other arms trying to figure out how to get this door open because he's pretty sure shit's going down.
Right? Yeah. I'm
And-
gonna walk in there. I mean, hey, I need your help with something.
Takes a look at you, the big Devronian with the horns, who's high on the sulfur and carrying a big fucking cutlass, and he's like, hey, I don't have a lot of money, but
Don't
you
need
know,
any money from you. Listen. You like living, right?
My
Yeah.
friend,
Doesn't like living. Everybody likes to live. Listen, I have no intention of, needing to deal with you. I need something from you instead.
he immediately drops his data pad, his cash, various tools on his person, and his ID card. And he just puts all
Right.
four of his hands up and steps back. You can have it all! Please let me live.
Just the ID card. Here's 25 credits. That should cover you having to get a new ID card. Listen, I looked at the ID
And
card.
pickups.
I'd like to get his name and address off the ID card.
Okay.
List those off to him.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, you never saw me. I never saw you.
Okay. I didn't make you roll for that because this guy's basically already shitting his pants.
Yeah. I'm like, now go sit over there behind the desk and look pretty. And he got 25 credits out of it.
He did. He's very confused by the 25 credits. That's the nicest robbery he's ever been through.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna walk in here now, like I own this.
Okay. The droids immediately point their rifles at you and are like, "Stop, Deronian. Please present your credentials."
I do. I present my credentials. I'm like, yeah, we're here to take care of your trash and service the safe. Seems like one of your cameras are down.
So roll a
Here's my ID card.
one purple deception just to see if they notice that you're not a basilisk.
Oh man, I should have gone with his second set of arms.
Boost because I have an ID.
Sure, absolutely.
Great. Deception is where's that at? Oh, I have 3 of those. Nice. I'm good at this. Remove. Add. Boost.
I just want you to know that that's how David normally rolls.
Yes. If the roll is in no way, shape, or form capable of me losing, I will lose it.
So-
if, however, you put me against a 15 red and I have a single boost die, I will succeed.
You will absolutely make it. So the droid's like, wait a minute. You're not the basilisk. You're not supposed to be here. You're under arrest. And they both point their stun pistols at you.
Carl, please. Look, I gotta. Carl and I must have swapped IDs. I'll be right back.
They're going to try to shoot you.
There's no way I can get out of it. I didn't have an advantage.
I'll let you duck out of the room, but then everyone's going to roll initiatives because, an initiative thing is the thing we need to do.
Okay. Can I change my tactic and use Skullduggery to act like I'm putting my hands up?
Skullduggery? Okay,
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
mean
kill one of them.
you mean deception because you're trying to make them not shoot you.
Skullduggery is what we use when you're trying to kill something that doesn't think you're trying to kill it.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's if you're trying to say like, "Hey, would you shake my hand?"
It's the
I have
same
poison
check either
in
way, so let's go ahead and do it. You literally,
Okay.
yeah, you literally
That's a
have
good point.
You have the same. It's the
Didn't-
same check either way.
Totally forgot about that. All right, difficulty.
Okay, they're not super intelligent. It's probably one purple. Give me a second to check. Let's see. I don't know this one off the top of my head, so I need to search this, switch this, security droid. It is a one purple.
I'm going to reach my hands up in the air like, oh shit, sorry, my ID really is out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then grab my blade from where it is on my back and just cut that one's head off.
probably not going to do that, but we'll see. You might. Oh no, we lost Sen. He's dead, Jim.
All right.
Okay. On that note, I'm going to get a quick drink before you try to cut this thing's head off. It would just give Sen a minute to pop back in.
Yep.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Literally been trying to make it so y'all could hear me for like 10, 15 minutes.
That happened to me all day.
Well, for me, it's my phone's preparing to die, and I tried to plug into my laptop. I tried to plug into my computer. I tried to pull up my second media device. Like, only thing that's connecting is my phone, and it's dying quicker than it's charging.
We're waiting on Chris.
Oh, I'm still trying to reconnect again, and my audio keeps cutting out. Sorry.
You're good. We took a break so
Good.
you could have time to get back.
Sweet. Yep, and my phone's dying faster than it will charge, so I'm probably going to have issues because none of my other devices are connecting to Discord audio.
That's
I can
weird.
hear you, but I can't talk to you. Where's the orange bubble for me to click on?
We can hear you.
I'm on my phone again, which is at 11% battery.
I have returned.
Hey, can you re-give me the color orange?
Sure can.
I don't know why, but that's like I don't see the color orange on my screen every time I load in.
It's when you hit the color selector for me, it's right next to the dice roller.
Yeah, I have a brown right there.
Interesting. All right, so
I'm still loading it.
we're still gonna roll initiatives.
Yeah, I figured.
And what we're going to do is Secret is going to get his surprise round, and then we're going to roll into the initiative order.
Okay.
I
did successfully hit.
Okay. Oh, you rolled. Why'd you rolled as a 1 purple, though?
You said it was 1 purple.
It was 1 purple for the deception check. But to actually melee them, you're going to need 2.
Oh.
It was whether or not they shot you. So the first part was, oh, that's right, you want to use skull. So melee is always 2 purples, regardless of other things. If you want to stick a grenade in their pocket, that would be a skullduggery check. But to actually melee attack, that's why I was wondering if it was deception, because really all you're doing with that check is catching them by surprise. It's not making them attack you. But
no, I got you. We used to do skullduggery for Wraith and for Repo to do stealth kills.
Yes, because I was experimenting with how the stealth system worked on that. There's a way to do it that way, but this isn't that way. We'll get back to that though. It's actually really easy with melee weapons to critical and kill minions. These guys are rivals though. I think they're rivals. They might be the other rivals. But let's do our initiatives because that's kind of a lesson I want to teach. So there's there's two types of initiative. Cool
and
and
vigilance.
yes. One of them is
Cool is you're planning for a fight. Vigilance is you're caught off guard.
yes. This situation, I'm gonna rule this as a cool check, because you guys knew that you were probably going into a fight here, so this hasn't actually gone that far off the rails. So you guys are gonna roll cool. They're gonna roll vigilance, and by they're gonna roll vigilance, I mean they're probably gonna roll really badly because that's only one green. So they have an O2. And since they're rivals, I'm going to let them each be their own group.
I also have an O2.
Okay, so both of the baddies and Secret have a O2.
To have a 2-0.
Thank you, Ghost.
That's not me.
Centaur has a 2-0.
I'm guessing that's Jeremy then.
Yeah, helping.
I like it. I appreciate it.
Did Matt roll yet?
Yeah, I rolled first. I got a 1-2, I think.
Yeah,
Oh no, 2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
Boomer.
Nice.
I appreciate how we got a 2-0, 2-1, 2-2.
I like the reciprocal O2 as well.
And they were right after each other?
What's his name?
Secret.
Secret.
Alright, so you want my surprise attack first?
Yes.
Alright. Where did I stash that stat? Oh, it's not that bad actually.
Not bad at all. I mean, there's definitely a chance you kill this first one in one hit. But
Alright, I'm going to use my barrel string. Is that what it's called? Or frenzied attack? Frenzied attack. I suffer 1 strain and upgrade the attack once. Upgrade the good part of the attack. I'm gonna take. It's a surprise attack, so I can't really take my whole turn, right?
I prefer not now. Okay.
1-1.
How much?
Give me a second. That's gonna take a second to figure it out.
So the weapon is Pierce, right?
Yep. Pierce 2. Vicious 1. Didn't crit, so it doesn't matter.
It's not. Pierce.
So
It's not Pierce. I was wrong. You're Quillian Cutlass. Oh,
I'm
you're
using the wrong one.
your Vibro.
No,
knife.
you're right. You're right. I'm using the Grilling Cutlass. No Pierce. So. Geez, the dagger's actually almost better. Anyway. 2 plus my brawn of 3, that's 5. Plus I rolled a 1, 6. Is that right?
Brawn 3, plus 2, 5, plus 1, 6. Yes, that is correct. Remind me whenever you're being attacked by melee, when you're holding that weapon, that it's defensive, because I'm going to forget, but it is important.
Yep. Don't worry, I have the dodge action too, which I intend to use this very next turn. Assuming they're still alive, which I'm pretty sure I did not kill that droid.
Let's see. 6 damage, no pierce. Yeah, you probably did not kill him. No, you absolutely did not. Okay. So, now we're going to go to the top of the round. Carl, you get to go first.
Yeah.
You hear things have gone south in the room because the door is still open, so you can hear everything that just went down.
I hear, wait, no. Oh, okay. Clank as a sword hits a metal droid.
Carl!
Yeah, I'm Carl as I come in, bow drawn. I'm gonna go to this side and try to take a shot. Take my whole turn and aim. What are these guys to hit?
They are 1 purple
Nice.
from where you're at. Okay. Just out of curiosity, you critical on 5. Holy crap! So you're not going to be critting much with that. But it is a ranged weapon. Oh, it doesn't do what I thought it did. Never mind. I'm thinking D&D. I was like, do you add your strength to that? But you don't. Okay, so it's Pierce 1, damage 5.
Mm-hmm.
How much advantage did you roll? You rolled 2, so you may trigger one of your special things, like knockdown, if you like.
I would like to knock it down.
Okay. So you're aiming at this one?
Whichever one wasn't engaged with Dragon Man.
Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to knock this one down. 5, Pierce 1, so... You did the same exact amount of damage, but to the other one. Okay. Alrighty. Next up on the list is Boomer. Shit's going down.
I fucking told you guys not to fucking blow up. Now things are blowing up.
Technically, there hasn't been any loud sounds yet. There's been no gunfire. It's been a knife swung and a bow shot.
Oh, and droids aren't people, so you can kill them.
I'm gonna come through here. How far can I make it?
You can make it all the way up to them. If you want to spend 2 strain, I'll let you get within engage range and melee them if you'd like.
Melee it.
Fusion cutter that bad boy.
Use my fusion cutter.
I mean, I'll let you attempt to use a fusion cutter. It counts as an improvised weapon, so it will not be as easy as it used to be.
It does give stats for hitting.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it absolutely does. But we've had
It's
problems.
a powerful weapon.
We've had problems with abuse of the fusion cutter in the past.
Somebody
so.
may have tied one to his wrist with a grapple launcher and used it to, maybe lasso some starships and cut them open and just vent whoever was inside.
That sounds fantastic. I love it.
I used to get away with so much bullshit.
It's always okay the first time. We'll put it that way. It's
All right, so I'm gonna take 2 strain. You said I can come into melee. Can I use my melee to basically do a combat maneuver and try to disarm him?
literally disarm him because he's a security
His
droid.
arm is the gun.
Yes, so you're literally going to disarm him.
You're not a
Oh,
Wookiee,
sorry.
Boomer.
I know, but I'm looking at the icon and I'm like, okay, that
The
guy's
token.
got a gun. Yeah, the token.
He does have a gun. It's called his arm. He has a gun arm.
Yeah, we've established this in the past. That token's just a symbol. It's not really what that droid looks like. If there were this many HK-47s, which is what that droid is, you guys would already be so dead. You'd be pulp.
All right, so my combat maneuver, I can knock him over, right? Or like try to leg sweep him.
Yeah, if you want to use your brawl check to do that, you absolutely can.
All right, I'm gonna sweep his legs.
Okay, so it's a 2 purple brawl check. Okay. You did not succeed. How would you like to spend your 2 advantages?
I'll pass him on to somebody else.
Okay. So the next person takes a boost dice. The next person is Jarvan.
Okay, so I'm gonna come into our lovely door,
Okay.
and I'm going to close it behind me.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Meta, it is not soundproof.
Oh, it is not soundproof?
It is not soundproof. I mean, it's going to muffle the sound significantly, but if you start firing blasters, people are going to hear it.
Well, I don't have anything but a blaster to hit this guy with.
Try knocking him down. You can shoot him, but we didn't get any silenced weapons except for the compound bow.
And the tangle gun that you guys didn't use.
Yeah, but who has a tangle gun?
Matt.
I have it.
He also has the ion Gungan plasma ball.
And an electro snare?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to set that up like a mine.
Yeah, that's a trap.
Yeah.
He's
I was gonna shoot
an
the
arsenal
tangle
over
gun.
here.
I was like, the tangle gun's not going to work on this fucking droid. He's just going to break out of it.
I mean, ensnare is ensnare.
Yeah.
If you run up here, I'll give you a dagger.
So I'm going to actually follow suit of my Mandalorian buddy, and I'm going to come to the other side of said droid and sweep his legs.
Okay, 2 purple brawl check.
And then I have the boost die, correct?
Yes.
Can I just
Has he passed
hand
that
you
on?
the,
Yep.
I can hand you the gun.
Don't forget to take your 2 strain because you just moved up to an engage range.
Woo wow.
Okay. However, you do absolutely 100% succeed. This is a droid, so you're not able to add strain damage this way, but you can damage it.
I mean, if I can damage it by taking out its legs and slamming it on the ground, I will 100% do that.
Okay. I think brawl bypasses soak, but I'm not sure. I think that's just for purposes of strain damage. Okay, so you get it knocked prone, but it doesn't look like it's taking damage. Okay, next up. Secret.
I'm gonna stab it through its face again.
Okay. So it's prone on the ground, giving you a upgrade to your attack against it as a melee attack standing over top of it. It is a 2 purple difficulty to stab it.
Yes.
Okay. It's not a minion, so you don't instant kill it. However, you have your options of they're doing double damage, or you can trigger a critical with your triumph. Or if you have another suggestion, of course.
Slice through both their guns?
You can disarm one of the guns. You can take one of its arms off if you like. I'll allow that.
Yeah, I'll just regular damage and just destroy a gun.
Okay.
Love how
Alright,
we're
so-
devolving into a melee with droids.
Sure is. Let's see. Two
that's
successes.
7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, so next up are the baddies. Baddie number 1 is missing an arm. Can he even use this other weapon at point blank range? Well, this weapon doesn't do damage. Okay, well, we're going to do it anyway. Let's see. What it uses? Ranged light. Ranged light is 2 yellows and a green. But he's trying to fire range versus melee. So it's 3 purples. Okay. It flicks up its other arm, and a projectile shoots past Secret's head. Hits nothing but the ceiling. Bounces off, ends up in the back of the room on the floor. Baddie number 2 is also knocked prone. Is going to sit up. It's going to use a maneuver to get up. And then it's going to use its action to shoot at the Mandalorian standing closest to it, which is Jarvan.
Javelin.
Javelin.
Okay.
Okay. It is also firing into melee range. So it's going to be the same check. Convenient. It is also going to completely fail at being a droid. So it stands up and just pulls its arm up and just bam, 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 bam. And afterwards, Jarvan's like, did it really miss?
So, shots have now been fired, correct?
Shots have now been fired, and the building can't really get on any more of an alert. So, because it's been powered down and doors are locked. So.
Well, I'm just not going to be the first one to shoot a blaster. That's what I'm getting at.
Nope, you're not.
You won't need to. Carl's got this.
Okay. We are at the top of the round, and Carl is now going to be a hero. He's not the hero you want, but he is the hero you deserve.
Still one purple.
Yeah.
He hasn't stepped into melee range, so I'm.
I should have upgraded that once because there were baddies, but it's fine. All right, so how much damage is that?
That is 9 Pierce 1.
Okay. 9 Pierce 1 is pretty sufficient. Okay. So you hit it. The arrow's sticking out of one of its shoulders. It actually looks like it's taken some damage. Okay. Boomer. That's just your name now. Just so you know.
Yeah. I changed it on my my little guy too. All right, so there's one on the ground that hasn't really taken damage yet.
No, there's one on the ground that's missing an arm. And then there's one standing with an arrow in a shoulder. Should have put it in the knee. I missed an opportunity.
Yeah. The one on the ground, I'm going to stomp it.
Okay.
I guess like a brawl check, or you want a melee?
So you can do a brawl check. It's melee if you use a weapon. It's brawl if you use your hands and fists.
Okay.
I will say, as heavily armed as you are sure that that's the route you want to take?
You've got a shotgun.
Jam the Gungan spear in its mouth, or Gungan spear in its mouth.
Oh, that would be cool. Let's go ahead and try that.
Okay. So
I'm
that's
gonna drop a plasma ball on it.
So that's light range, but you're in melee range. So if you don't back out of melee range, that's going to be a 3 purple.
Oh, but I need to step back, right?
If you take a maneuver, you can step back out of melee range, and then it is only a 1 purple, so it's a pretty significant difference.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. I'll move you back.
You guys are about to get fucked.
Self-destruct initiated.
Yeah.
Alright, so how much damage is that?
8?
Okay. Did you get any bonus for the burn?
I didn't get enough advantage for it.
You got a threat, okay. Take a point of strain for your threat.
Okay. Alright.
It is not dead, but it is pretty fucked up. Smoking and twitching, and circuits are like ozone. You got the blue smoke coming out of like servos and shit. It's pretty fucked up, but it is still moving in sort of an awkward robot zombie kind of way.
Kill it with fire.
Is that the one standing or the one that's on the ground?
That's the one that's on the ground.
Okay. Tracking.
Yeah, I
The
should
one
have.
standing has an arrow sticking out of its chest.
I should have added a setback for it being on the ground too, but it's fine. Fine.
Okay. Am I up now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I am also going to use my maneuver to get into short range. And then I am going to pull out my trusty E5 blaster carbine and shoot the one that is standing up.
Okay.
So it has inaccurate 1.
You add a black to the check, so it's 1 purple and 1 black.
Okay.
Okay. So, let's see. You have a choice with your triumph. The standard solutions for your triumph are either to critical or double your damage. You can also use triumph for all sorts of other special effects and stuff like that. But just remember, you know, once you use up your triumph, you used it. So, how would you like to use your triumph?
So I imagine as this goes off, I'm getting off quite a few bolts. I'm not just getting off a single one. So I would like my triumph to be I soak as much of the damage as I can into dropping the one that is standing, and if it does go down, I want my triumph to be for the remainder of my bolts to hit the one that's on the ground, if possible.
Okay, so
Just
because
kind of like shoot on the one and then switch targets to hit the second.
So if you, I'll do the math real quick, and if you did enough damage with your initial attack to kill the first one of the things you can use a triumph for is to go again, to initiate another attack.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's the way I'd go about that. Then is to make another attack.
okay.
So it would be I had how many success?
So
2. So it would be 11 damage.
all right. Is there any pierce or qualities on it that I need to know about?
I didn't use the stun, so it's just the inaccurate one.
Okay, so you did not actually kill it, but it is heavily damaged, even more so than the other one was. Like, there's plates falling off, and there's exposed components, and you're relatively certain you could kill it with another volley of shots. Now, if you're
can I use my triumph to make another attack then?
yeah, so you
it?
can just trigger double damage with it. That's another thing you can do. So base weapon damage again will put it over the edge, and will absolutely kill it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just do that now. I'll trigger the double damage.
Okay. All right, so you blow this thing apart. Like, you stop after a few shots, and it's kind of like staggering there, and then you're just like, you sigh and just unload the rest into it and sever it at the waist, and it flops down on the ground, unmoving and twitching.
I tried to be nice to it and not just destroy it.
Okay. Secret.
It's, is it still sitting on the ground?
Yes, that one hasn't had a chance to get up yet.
All right, so same check as last time then. Yep, that's right. I'm gonna take my whole turn, and I'm gonna stab it again.
Okay. God damn, these fucking triumphs tonight. It's dead. You only needed to do 2 hit points worth, so that definitely does it.
Yeah, I literally just.
I left the other one at 1. So close.
I'm standing over it, just stabbing it with both weapons, trying to make sure this fucking piece of shit die.
It's a done
You
deal.
know what I forgot? Oh, fuck me. I get boost die. I took sulfur.
You did. You
Fuck.
did. You did take sulfur.
Fucking piece of shit.
But see, you're so stoned you forgot to do it.
It's not how sulfur works. That's so annoying.
Oh, that's funny.
Combat's over now. I'll never use it again.
I mean, there is still a locked door that people can roll out of for us to fight.
Yeah, if they roll out of there, we're fucked. I guess
I
we're
don't
not
think so.
technically. Yeah, technically, we tried to do that without actually fighting. So.
I mean,
Let's
has
go to the-
anybody even taken a wound yet? Like, I think we're doing pretty good.
You did when you fought that
Crash truck.
No,
Roomba.
that was strain. Not a wound. That was strain. I took to get knocked out. I didn't take wounds.
Hey, raise your hand if you've been knocked out by a Roomba.
And that's
Carl,
how. And
Carl didn't even get knocked out by a Roomba. I'm just throwing it out there.
I need to tell you this, Sin, but he's going to be telling this story for like years.
Years.
Oh, I know.
Elephant memory.
Don't worry. I got plenty of stories to tell about him.
There was this time that Ghost grabbed a
Like how a
sword.
wizard fried him alive in his armor.
Hold up. That was after I took out the rest of the party, okay? Just to be clear,
The
you
wizard
had the
still
whole party
fried you
against
alive in
me.
your armor.
Whole party against me.
Not a single other person attacked you. Oh no,
That's
I
'cause
can't
I
say that.
killed
Somebody
them.
did heat armor. Somebody did heat armor.
It's because I killed them. Well, knocked them unconscious twice in one case. Poor Muriel. I feel so bad for him sometimes. Like, he tries his hardest, but, like...
He just can't quite get there.
No, he cannot.
Anyway.
I'm gonna start
Back to
cracking
what
the
we're
safe.
doing.
Okay. So there's, it seems like there's an iris-style door. There's a electronic data pad, and it's pretty much starship grade armor. So how are you cracking the safe?
Well, I'm gonna start by trying to slice into it.
Okay.
I'm gonna call Carl over because he's my new best friend.
Okay. It's going to be a 3 red slicing check.
Fuck this, Carl.
There's a lot of security data programs against us.
All right,
Can
I'm
I-
gonna use one of my data spikes.
Okay. I'm going to actually use a dark side token.
I
And
was gonna use a light side token. Damn it.
sorry, I beat you to it. And we're going to go ahead and add another purple.
All right, what's the data spike do?
The data spike would it would give you boosts. So
All
you
right.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
It's quite a pool of dice.
It doesn't matter. This can't pass.
Oh my
Alright.
god. That was so close to a fail, though.
So
All right, crack the safe.
so
That was easy peasy, Carl. High fives.
Carl and Secret are sitting there, and Secret's like, "Look, this will never work," and he hits the compile button, and the next thing you hear is click, 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 ring, as the door opens. Inside of this safe, there are a number of different data cards and data pads. There are stacks of precious metals and gems, and there is a stack of credits.
Take it off.
Okay, well, we just start tossing them into a bag.
Call in your Gronk droid.
Oh, good point.
Okay, so you want to put it on the gunk droid? Or in the garbage droid?
Yeah,
Okay.
all of it.
I shall load up the garbage droid.
Hold up before
Oh, God.
before we put all that in the garbage droid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'd like to put these 2 droids and all the miscellaneous parts that are lying around in the gunk droid, compact them,
Okay.
And just
Take
leave
the-
them in the safe.
and take the can that I already made earlier and put all those in the safe,
Okay.
and then take all the other things out of the safe.
Okay. You put 3 of these compacted things into the safe.
Yep.
Okay, I'll get to that later. That didn't work properly.
Neutral Butter Bandits. That's our new nickname, guys.
Oh, I like it.
The Butter Bandits.
The Butter Bandits.
Where's that coming from?
Home Alone. We're the what do they call themselves? The Wet Bandits.
Wet Bandits, yeah.
We're the Wet Bandits, man. It's their fucking signature.
Yeah, y'all are old.
Oh, that didn't
Hold up.
work.
Hold up, you didn't watch Home Alone? The fucking
I think I've
classic
seen the
Christmas music.
third one once. I think I've seen the third one once, and that's
Wasn't
it.
even good. The first one is the good one. The second one was actually still pretty good. Watching a little boy torture the shit out of 2 grown idiots.
Oh, I know what the premise is. I never actually watched it. I think I've seen the third one through once.
It's a classic Christmas movie. As is Die Hard.
Die Hard is a great Christmas. I told, my dad and I were talking
Watched
about
that with my kids last weekend.
good Christmas movies, and I said Lethal Weapon, and he's like, "That's not a Christmas movie," and I was like, "It meets
It's not.
all the requirements. It meets all the
No,
requirements.
No,
Yeah, it
Lethal
does.
Weapon's not a Christmas music movie.
It occurs during Christmas. It's about brotherly love. You got a happy ending. There's Christmas
Yeah, but
carols in
one's a
it.
classic. One's a classic, and the other's Lethal Weapon.
Oh man, see, I like the Lethal Weapon series. It's messed up.
It's
I
still
like,
a good movie. It's
I like,
not a classic.
I like Die Hard too, though.
Yeah, that's because it has Bruce Willis. Greatest a-hole in history.
Okay, it's all loaded up.
All right, we leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn
Right
the.
out the back door with our lovely garbage droid.
Yeah.
Okay. Move everything to one of the white pads so I can change the map. Okay, we good?
Missing somebody. I'm missing somebody.
I'm on the other white pad.
Okay.
I grabbed myself because I'd moved to like watch the door in case someone tried to come through.
You guys just walk out of the building that is completely shut down.
With a shit ton of loot.
As you guys are walking down the street, you see several police land speeders heading in the direction of that building.
And we're just walking around with our garbage droid.
I
I'm
wouldn't
the
think
garbage
they'd want
man,
to call
it's
the
okay.
police.
By
Weren't
the
they
way, that
You need to
police,
remove your red lines.
that police response time is amazing.
Well, I mean, they had to figure out that the station had stopped broadcasting, and then they probably called several times, because they didn't want to drive out there.
Well, they talked to the basilisk at the front desk.
He didn't see nothing.
I told him his name and address, which is a good way of convincing someone that yes, when you get out of prison, you will come and visit them.
So, you guys walk up to the front entrance of the casino. Where are you going to go with this? Are you going to look inside this droid to see what... Like, you guys moved the stuff from the safe, so you should already know what's in there.
Yeah, we're gonna take the data cards that she wants. Do we know which one she wants?
There's only one cipher card in there, so we're going to say yes, you know which one it is.
Yeah, we'll give her that. How much credits is in there?
Have a look.
Looks like 2,000 Imperial, 5,000 regular, and a bunch of gold, just straight up gold.
Yeah, that's
what's.
Oh, and two
Are there things
bags.
in these satchels?
Yes.
See, but one of them says 2 and 8, so there are things in them too. I don't know how to look at what's in them.
2 and 8 just means it's the second item there,
Oh,
and 8 just means
okay,
it's the
yep.
8th item. Yeah.
Yep, so we got 2 satchels that might have things in it. 6 gold bars, 2,000 Imperial credits, 5,000 standard credits.
Hey, why don't we go
Cool.
inside before we start counting the money?
Okay.
Yeah, let's go back to our booth in the Gambler's Den.
All right.
Just garbage droid with us. We're bringing our garbage droid with us.
He's part of the team now.
Yeah, he is. I'd like to name him Craig.
Kevin. Name him Kevin.
And
No,
it's
it's
Craig.
Craig. It's Craig.
In honor
It's
of
Craig.
my newest friend.
He's made 2 friends today that are both named Craig. It's perfectly fine.
Okay. These are back in the Gambler's Den. So you summon, what's her face that I don't know what I did with?
Yes.
There he is. Yelma.
Yelma, there it is.
Gentlemen, how did it go? I heard there was a disruption of service at the local news network studio.
That's weird.
That is weird.
It's not
weird.
an alarm in any way, shape, or form, right?
It is not.
And no people were killed.
That's good. She holds out her hand expectantly.
Hand her the card.
Okay. Okay. So she's going to, and sorry, we're going to have a little bit of lag here because I was working on something and I didn't finish it.
Oh no. That's a really big card.
What?
Just beat her over the head with it.
So she takes the card. She's like, I greatly appreciate this. This is going to save me a ton of legal trouble down the road. And she is going to hand you guys... Oh, you know how I'm going to do this? I'm going to just say she transfers the agreed upon sums of money to your bank accounts. So I don't have to handle actual credits. So your little Trade Federation Elite cards that you've got on your tables are now charged with, I believe the sum was $1,750 each.
Yes.
Hit all of them.
How do I see how much money is on my Trade Federation Elite card?
Oh, that's a good question. So you right click on it, and then where it says description, I'll go ahead and put your money on it. And so now when you hold your mouse over it for just a second, it'll tell you how much is on it. And you just change the description number. You'll have to do the math yourself. I don't generally keep track of y'all's funds. I trust you to do it yourselves.
Okay.
And you have an hour left for you guys to get into some shenanigans all on your own. You're basically rich now.
I have to use all of my money to pay for my diabetes medication.
But you're gonna fix your voice.
What's wrong with his voice?
Nothing.
That's what I thought.
He said he breathed too much paint. Maybe it was too much sulfur.
It was
you guys been
gas.
down the lake in 10 years?
Like someone else's gas?
Like mustard gas. It was an attack. A gas attack. Permanently messed up my larynx.
Hey, we found a personal distress beacon. You want to just set this off and ambush whoever comes to get it?
I kind of do, actually. That sounds like a pretty awesome idea.
Is that what you guys would like to do?
Kind of, yeah. I'm going to spend some money first.
Yes. That's what I'm actually looking at right now. I think it would be appropriate for me to have some sort of melee weapon.
Okay.
So I just need to find a decent one.
A bunch of them in that... I don't remember which one had the good ones, but there were a bunch in there.
I think I have an appropriate adversary for you guys if you do want to hit that.
Vibro Machete.
That's a good weapon.
Very vicious.
Technically, the
I'm
Vibro
thinking
Machete,
about it.
it's better statted than the Corellian Cutlass, but I like the Cutlass better.
I like the Cutlass better, but you're right. The Vibro Machete is a better weapon. It's lame.
Vibro Machete is about to be my weapon.
The Cortosa Sword, however, can withstand a lightsaber.
Sure, if you're going to encounter one of those.
I mean...
Where, what? Where's that
it's
sword
down.
at?
It's in one of these two over here.
I mean,
Looks like a katana blade. He's right. You'll never have to use it, but
oh, y'all don't really fight Jedi?
I
not
rarely,
generally.
in this time period, I rarely allow them to encounter them because they are rare.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like
And it's good that we don't encounter them because you don't really you either kill them or you die, and you generally die.
I mean, the last time they tried to do this, I had the most powerful character they've ever done stabbing Maul through the chest with a lightsaber. Now, he did live through that because he's broken as fuck. But it was a damn
That
near
sounds about
thing.
right for Maul.
Yeah, it was a damn near thing. But he had a lightsaber run through his chest. And at that moment, I know the entire party was like, yeah, we're probably done.
So I went and hacked a computer.
Yep.
How much did that cost me? I still got a decent amount of credits left.
So you guys turn around again, and instead of having a bow in my hand, I now have a heavy blaster rifle. And say, hey, I'm ready to turn off the to set off the alarm.
Oh, that's a heavy weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also going to get a Corellian compound bow. I liked the way that thing performed.
It did well. There's something about being silent.
It also has special arrows that you can get.
They're hard to find,
Explosive.
though.
They're really not. You may not be a good searcher.
I really want
I
to.
think I need to get a bag at this point as well.
A backpack? There should be some in there.
Yeah, there is one. I need to figure out exactly how much weight I have with me because I know I was under it before. That's 1.
Well, that is the glorious part of starting with no
4,
gear. Your encumbrance is, 0.
5, 6.
Oh man, you guys are arming for bear.
7,
This is gonna be awesome.
8, 9, 12. So I think I'm only like 3 encumbrance over or something like that. I'm not far above. Oh no, I'm further above than I thought. So how much does that backpack give me?
It says in the description, depending on which model it is.
Yep, I'm looking at the one that's in here. Hey, who shot me up with the stim pack?
I hit you with one.
Hey, you can have my stim pack.
Oh yeah.
I'm 1 encumbrance over once I get this backpack, so you can have my stim pack.
Nice.
Yeah, I put it up by the yellow bag for you. How much more do I need to take out of here? Because I know I have enough. 50, 250.
Are we almost ready?
Do it.
I mean, I still got almost 1,000 credits to spend.
We'll go find a nice seedy, weird little small place. See if we can set up our electro snare, catch somebody.
So can you have multiple things that increase your encumbrance?
It depends. Like, you can't carry 2 backpacks, for instance. But you can have,
I was thinking a backpack and a satchel.
I usually will allow that if they take up different slots, but the way they usually do it is like they'll have like a tracker vest. I think they gives you +1. A utility belt gives you +1, and they'll stack those things because they're taking up a belt and then a vest and then a backpack and stacking all those together. With that said, there are also better backpacks you can get that are
Just not necessarily
yeah
here.
yeah. You've got the very bare bones generic backpack, which I think only does 4. Yeah. So you get there's
Yeah.
one that does 6 and there's one that does 8. So
Wait, so 2 plus an additional 1 point of encumbrance for each accessory pouch added.
yes, that's the one.
Yeah,
There's
but
a-
I'm not seeing any accessory patches, which is why I didn't grab it.
They're not a carded item. You just mark on there how many you've added. I think they're 50 credits each.
Oh, if they're 50 credits each, then I'll get that instead of this backpack.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
So how much are each of those modules?
We'll call them 50 credits each. It's not going to matter in
Okay.
a minute. You're all going to be dead, so it won't matter. So
We can knock out the smoke.
If it's knockout, fuck you.
God damn it. You guys know me too well. Come on. I want to see your reactions and then Sid be like, who the fuck is this guy?
All right, hold on. I gotta spend some more credits. I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
know.
go with a bang.
Need a nuke.
There are several nukes. I have already found the nukes. I'm gonna go pick that up now. He's right. We're all gonna die. He's absolutely right.
See if I still have enough money to get what I want then, if I'm going to die anyway. Where did that goddamn blaster go? I think somebody else already grabbed it.
The heavy blaster.
No, that's not it. Okay, I'm not getting this bow after all. Or this machete. And keeping the backpack though. I'm taking that guy.
Or a thermal detonator.
You're gonna want a Beridium charge.
I don't
Yeah.
have a Viridium charge, but I got a plasma charge.
Hey, was that a proton torpedo in the last episode of Mandalorian?
I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil it for me. Also, we're streaming,
Oh,
so
so good. So good. How many is that? That is 6 encumbrance. Okay, so I'm still right below my encumbrance max, I believe. If I did my
See
math
these
right.
ones that say lightning ion grenades?
Mhm.
We just all grab those and then charge and release.
I'm in the corner, duct taping Bogan plasma balls to Caleb.
Roll me a one purple mechanics check for each one.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Also, you should probably go ahead and just say that you're duct taping in quotation marks and using your det tape.
Yep.
Okay, so I have 6 and 8, which is 14. Okay, I have 1 encumbrance space left, and I think I have like 250 credit-ish? Oh, I'm sorry, I only have 50 credit left. But I'm going in with 2 big guns.
He's gonna die so sadly.
I made 3
Joe,
plasma balls.
just to help you out here, this fucking piece of shit has a grenade launcher with thermal detonators on it.
Okay.
Thermal
I'm
detonator.
actually-
You don't survive.
How,
You
I
don't-
mean,
you
how
don't
much
throw a
damage does a
thermal
thermal detonator do?
20 breach 2.
Breach 1.
20 breach 2?
It's
Breach
I
1.
would survive a thermal detonator.
no, you
Do you
wouldn't.
have 20 hit points?
I have 18 hit points, soak 5.
Yeah,
You know what Breach
Breach.
does?
No, he doesn't.
I
So
thought breach only went through part of it.
Breach goes through 1 vehicle armor.
Which is
Oh.
10 personal armor. It also has Blast 15, so with 2 advantages, which this guy will probably roll, you take 35 damage. And it's Vicious
What's the
4.
range
If
of
it
that? What's
Uh,
the range of that?
Everything
short
in-
range.
Everything in short range is obliterated.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
That's why I
Okay.
said if we all take thermal detonators in charge, we have a chance.
Okay.
And it
Uh,
flies. And it flies. And oh, by the
Okay.
way, if you do win, it fucking heals itself.
Okay. Give me a minute. I am going to. Do we get experience from that last thing we did to maybe give ourselves a few things?
Oh no, you're all dead. It's fine.
I want to hedge the bets a little bit if I can.
It's-
Doesn't matter. You can have 100. Look, we had 400 XP when it went floor with. The only reason we ever survived at all is because the other droid pulled a thermal detonator and was like, fine. You go, I go. I go, you go. Fuck you.
It worked
It was
pretty well.
And it was like, it decided it didn't want to die.
Well, don't forget that time that the Wookiee rode it to the ground off of a skyscraper.
That's fair. That Wookiee did a lot of flying for somebody who didn't have wings or shit.
Right?
He was always falling off of shit.
Control
But
flying.
but that time it saved y'all's asses because he basically like spear tackled the bitch out of a window, and then
Yeah.
rode him to the ground.
Was that the time that it released the aquarium full of water?
That
on a
yep
skyscraper?
yep that's the thing.
I hate that thing.
Oh, that was when I was just unconscious on the floor for 3 rounds, and
Yep.
nobody would impact me.
Yeah, that was the time. Actually, right before Reese spear tackled him, he was carrying you everywhere on his back like a backpack. Okay, are we ready? Someone hit the personal response button for the distress call.
Where are we hiding? Like, if we're gonna set up an ambush, we probably want to set it up so that we have,
Sorry, I already pushed the button. I thought we were ready.
I fucking hate you so much, Carl. I just want you to know, Carl, before I die, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, you can hide in the trash compactor.
Let's put the thing in the trash compactor.
As he reaches in, he's gonna crash his arm.
I mean, it's a thought. You could just sneak up behind him and push him in. You're a trash man. It's your trash compactor.
Yep. I'll make that check, and I toss it in the trash compactor.
Okay,
I'd like to hide.
it's not gonna work.
I know. I'd like to hide on another planet. just realized I don't have to kill Carl if I'm not there.
It's because he said that because Carl just saw what it was.
Everybody's just standing around. I'm gonna say hi. Oh, I can't speak that. Son of a gun.
Where are we?
We're in the gambler's den, right in front of your new adversary.
What the fuck is that?
Did it come in here with a fucking saber out?
Yep, sure did. It rolled a 2-2, so it tied with Carl. Carl's the only person who gets to go before it goes.
Oh, we don't get to reroll?
Nope. It's 11:18. I got a few minutes to kill you guys. Now, what did I do with Darth Malice's card?
See, I thought it was really going to be knockout.
I was thinking about it. But then I figured, like, you guys had all those explosives on you, and he would just fire the thermal detonator into the room, and it'd be really quick, and that would, that'd be anticlimactic, right?
But as a boomer with knockout walking in the room, I would have been like, "Is that one of those new PS5s I've been hearing about?"
Okay.
What's difficulty to hit it?
That is a good question.
9 reds
Uh,
and 6 blacks.
It's 2 reds.
I'm gonna roll it before you have a chance to add anything.
Yeah, do that.
It's got a black on it, but it's fine.
Hit it.
How much damage?
That does 12 damage.
Excellent. Okay. Now it's his turn. He also goes at the end of the round, by the way. Would you mind adding him in?
Yep.
This is the guy that had the red sword?
This is the Jawa with the red lightsaber.
Quick, put the magna cuffs on it.
There's the klaxon.
Wait, it's a Jawa with... Oh, that's fucked up.
You didn't see it?
I see it. I didn't know it was a Jawa. They don't usually do all fancy stuff. Fuck that fucking little piece of shit.
Yep. So as he jumps over the table like Master Yoda in an evil thing, he is going to come right for the new guy. And which one of these really nasty abilities do we want to use?
Watch out, he has fleas.
That's
Yeah, but they're just sand fleas.
Yeah, sand fleas.
well, no triumphs, no successes either. Okay. All right. Well, that was his roll. So he takes a slash at the new guy, and he completely misses. Darn, that super cheap second move. You know, they're all supposed to get that, and I almost never use it.
What, a second attack?
Okay.
Yeah, all adversaries are supposed to get a secondary attack. So at the end of the round.
But
you
not
The
us.
good news, the lightsaber guy missed you.
Oh.
It's
Can
actually
I roll initiative then?
we've already rolled. So Boomer's actually the next up.
Can you roll my heavy attack? I'm
Sure.
outside.
Okay.
Man, you just
Roll
With the
mine for me
table gun.
so you just
Oh no, don't.
you just heard that it was knockout and gave up. I see how it is.
What's your, I don't even know what to roll for you, Matt.
I think it's 2 yellows, 2
Two
greens.
yellows, 2 greens.
Yeah.
Difficulty?
With a blue, because this is my only attack this turn.
Difficulty is 2 red?
2 reds and a black, I think.
Yep.
Hopefully I shotgun this fuzzy little asshole in the face.
Well,
You
no,
don't.
no,
Your gun blows up in your hands.
Actually, no. That's not what we're gonna do. Hold on a second. So he's gonna gain an attack. for freeze. Oh my god. So,
He mind controlled me, and I put the barrel in my mouth before I pulled the trigger.
you despaired, he triumphed. That's... Yeah, okay, that happens.
All right.
Top of Boomer's
Fine,
cap
Mando.
flaps off as the shotgun goes
Call me
off.
Boomer.
Boomer is taken care of. Play a fucking redneck Mandalorian again, see what happens.
Oh, it's
So now we're on Javin's move. He just watched a guy get mind controlled and blow his own head off.
You know what? It was a fellow Mandalorian that went that way, so he's not happy about this, and he's just going to open fire with his DLT-19.
All right, 2 reds and a black.
2 reds and a black.
Yep. Actually, he's
Okay.
in melee range with you, so it might be even harder.
Is he?
Yeah, because he just tried to melee you.
Oh,
So
he did?
yeah, sorry.
Can
So
I step back from him before doing that?
yes, as a matter of fact, that'll make the check much easier.
Yeah, I'll put some space between me and him before I do that.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Like, put myself in, like, the back corner as far away from him as I can get.
Okay.
Always the best move when dealing with Jedi.
Put yourself in this corner.
cast fireball.
I mean, you guys got a ton of explosives. You could cast fireball.
I'm the only one who's not carrying a ton of explosives.
Yeah, it won't matter if they detonate theirs. All right, you hit him. How much damage does 2 success give you?
12?
Okay.
Yep, 12. Yep. So I shot him a bunch.
Okay. You shot him. You actually hit him. You're pretty sure you hit him. So secret.
Yeah. I'm going to back into this corner, wet myself a dad, and toss a lightning grenade at him because he's not a droid, but I thought he'd be a droid. So
Iridium charge.
You don't use your Iridium charge.
Go out with a bang.
I'm gonna lay in the garbage droid and hit the button.
I've already done enough damage, as a boomer. But he's gonna die anyway eventually.
Are you still alive or are you dead?
I'm dead.
He's not as dead as this guy is, though.
I may
So-
have forgotten to throw the grenade in my face in fear.
So, let me look at something
Oh,
real
God.
quick. So he really thought it was an ion grenade, but it was actually an incendiary grenade.
Didn't buy those.
It even says ion. It even says ion in Sharpie on the side of it.
That's what happens when you buy your shit from Jawas.
Oh, God.
It's still short range, so everybody's fucked.
And the bad guy just rolled a double triumph. So,
Oh, God. So what kind of damage is flying in my face?
well, first and foremost, Secret eats an incendiary grenade, which explodes and pops his little head off.
I might survive that. Hold on. How much damage is it?
With 2 triumphs, incendiary grenades base damage, I think is 8 times 3. Burn
Right,
4.
24?
Burn 4 times 3.
Hold on. So, soak 5.
Mhm.
So, 24 minus...
So soak 5 of that, so that will be 19.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
Pops his little head off. Who's next?
I think it's back to me.
You
Uh-huh.
make it to the top of the round.
All my other grenades go off in the explosion.
Oh no, the Utini guy gets to go again.
Yeah, but can all my grenades go off in the explosion of my head exploding? I have a lot of them.
Sure, you chain react and take half the building with you, but the Utini guy and the remaining survivors are still fighting over the wreckage like one of those side-scrolling shooters or side-scrolling like Mortal Kombat style games.
Mm-hmm. Where like everything falls to shit behind them and they're still just there in the front
Yeah.
fighting. Oh, God.
Another
Grenades.
another triumph. Because this is his actual attack. Who's the closest person?
Not me.
It's Carl.
Okay. So
I'm pretty sure it's still. Okay, whatever.
This last turn.
it's
Bye,
yeah,
Carl.
probably.
Fuck you. I hope you die.
You can't talk. Your face is on fire.
Where's Ghost?
10 damage, breach 1, sunder, vicious 2. So let's see, 10 damage, and if he uses that triumph, so it's 20 damage total to that Carl there. How's Carl doing?
Unconscious.
Unconscious. From 20 damage?
Well, I can soak it.
Well, that means no armor.
I have soak 4.
Doesn't that breach 1?
Yeah, so it's not like armor's going to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's just 20 to his face.
So he doesn't get his turn, so Javin, it's all you, bro.
So I'm gonna shoot this guy again, but I am going to use one of our lovely light side things.
Uh-huh. You should go ahead and
Just to-
you should go ahead and use them all, because this is probably the last round.
Are you just gonna let me use them all?
Yeah, just use
All
them.
4 of them?
Yeah, just go ahead and use
Okay.
them
Okay, so let me. So I 2 challenge to hit him.
all. Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's
Alright,
not
so you
challenge.
can.
No, they're not boosts. They're the other things.
So he's 2 reds, right?
Mhm.
So remove
Oh.
this. So watch. So your first light side used to drop that red to a purple. Your
Okay.
second light side, you can drop the purple. Do you drop the red to a purple?
You
or
drop the
purple?
red to
Well,
another
I
purple.
got 4 light total.
Right. So now you've downgraded him from 2 reds to 2 purples. You
I'll-
cannot
And
despair.
that's 2 of them.
I'll let you go to 0.
And then you can use it again to drop this one and this one.
And then,
And then you can take your whole turn, so a boost. And you can kill a Jedi or 4 triumphs.
I'm
Here.
trying.
4 triumphs here would be what you're looking for.
And then you become a Jedi.
Yeah, so he only had 2 hit points left
Oh!
before the DLC opens up in his face.
Yeah, DLC, so that's going to be 20, so the critical doubles all damage or just the weapon damage?
You only needed to do hit points. It's not even worth doing the math.
I want to know based on how much health he had, if I could have one-shot him with how well I did there.
So he
Because
has
that would have been a critical, and then the triumph I can use for another critical.
a soak of 4, and he only had 2 hit points left.
But what was his starting hit points? That's what I want to know.
His starting hit points was 15.
I could have eaten him in 1 round. Because that would have been 32
Mm-hmm.
damage to
Yeah.
him.
Now go see what the body had. You're the only
Actually-
one. You get all the gold.
So you unload.
Yeah.
Sounds like you might be able to impact some of us back to life. I'm not sure we're dead or.
So you
Just-
you unload on the EotE droid, and he evaporates into smoke, and then you wake up all drooling and shit on the card table as everyone else is making fun of you for having passed out after just a few drinks. And I'm a terrible GM. I'm sorry.
That being said, though, the fact that I just destroyed that thing that was just dropping everybody else. Talk about some beginner luck. Not only did it miss me, I then melted it.
I mean, if this weren't like a one-shot joke round, I would not have allowed you to diminish its attack. So yeah. I also would have played it a little more intelligently because it has the ability to suck the life out of you rather than lightsaber attacks, which is how it has low hit points for Nemesis, but he can use his action to literally drain your hit points and give them to him. So that's how he survives. I just didn't use that ability.
You know what? I'm the one who survives this, though.
Technically, we all did. You were sleeping.
Yes, you were.
And Matt and I actually didn't get hit so much as we killed ourselves.
That's also a thing.
Matt ate his gun. I ate a fire grenade that should have been a lightning grenade. And really, only Jeremy got actually hit by anything.
I just stood there and waved as he sliced my face.
I am the janitor. Do you need? Oh!
Oh my goodness! You know the guy with the mop?
Yeah.
That's what I attempted to do.
So, Sen, how do you feel after your first training session? It was a very simple mission. You guys did fantastic. You don't normally get quite this much loot, but for one shots, why not?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad. I definitely enjoyed it. I'm really impressed with how well a crew that was not scheduled for a stealth infiltration mission did. And that really was just luck tonight. I saw a lot of triumphs flying, so that was some good luck on our part. Yeah, no, it was fun. Definitely enjoyed it. Kind of want to know what we're looking at doing for the season coming up, so I can start thinking and looking at various different things to actually kind of get an idea of what I want to play.
I mean, that's really between you guys, and I'm trying not to steer the party in a direction on that. I really want you guys to get in the Discord and talk amongst yourselves and let your preferences be known, and
Matt and I have both bandied the Robot Rebellion, the Clone era with two or a couple Jedi and a couple clone guys, and we've
I like the clone though.
And we've bandied two of them. We've bandied the Robot Rebellion where we all play robots. We've bandied the Clone era where we all play clone soldiers and Jedis. And we've bandied the Mandalorian idea where we all play real Mandalorians, not redneck assholes who make our GM hurt inside.
Right.
I appreciate that last part. If you guys want to play Mandalorians, I really want to know what era and what story you'd like to go with it. So my reasoning for that is...
Honestly, playing Mandalorians, I would want to play Old Republic.
Yeah.
You mean...
That's what I was thinking too, like KOTOR era.
Okay.
Like KOTOR era. Old Republic. Where Mandalorians were at their prime and could go toe-to-toe with the average Sith or Jedi at the time because they weren't as strong as they are in the New Republic and Republic era.
Before the Jedi's decimated them over that stupid Sith asshole fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could try a KOTOR campaign. That would be very... So, like, you do realize that would make the generator useless, though, right? Because, like, almost every piece of equipment in the generator is more modern than the Old Republic era. So, other than the base weapon damage, like the basic blasters and such, I'd have to redo almost everything as far as equipment goes.
I mean, that's where we can kind of look at and do equivalent, though. So we can still call it a DLT 50, but its equivalent in the old day would have been the repeating heavy blaster equivalent that they had then. So it can be the same thing and have the same name. We just acknowledge it's actually the one from that era instead of having to retool everything. We just pretend it has a different name.
I'm okay with that. So you guys, that's definitely an option. Chat about it in the Discord. Make sure that you're all okay with it. I realize
so that means that the Mandalorian specific archetypes for like Death Watch and a couple of the other ones would be open.
We will, like he said, make an equivalent.
They would be retooled, so like Death Watch would be Mandalore the Ultimates regime or the Mandalorian Crusaders or something like that are from that era.
Yeah, we'd have to use the equivalent because Death Watch itself wouldn't exist yet.
But Death Watch, but you can also look at like direct descendants. So Death Watch is a direct descendant of the Crusaders. And the true Mandalorians and Crusaders were both around at that time, but the true Mandalorians were the weaker sect. So there are equivalents to that era.
Yeah.
Still there?
Yeah, I'm there.
I'm sorry.
So, and like I said, y'all throw it into the Discord. It's definitely an option. I've heard a bunch of good options. I also threw a bunch of options out there for you guys to look at.
We never
So
really
just so
did
I
the
understand,
Firefly
the ones
thing
that are
either.
the leadings right now are the Clone Wars, the Mandalorian, and what was the third one?
Robot Rebellion. Matt and I have bandied making near psychotic robots whose goal is to unite the robot droids as a species and end the tyranny of humanity.
And the
Yes.
slavery.
Just so you
Yeah,
know,
tyranny and slavery of humanity.
just so you know, that faction that you defeated long ago, Matt, the DLT that you would, the Droid Liberation Front that you'd be joining, that's
Yeah.
where Knockout came from, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
But
that's
Knockout's a superhero to the droid.
absolutely he is
Yeah.
their superhero. That is 100%
Yeah.
a thing.
No, we would like him then.
Yeah. We would want to be
Matt's-
here.
I've never heard Matt sound so bitter. Yeah.
Yeah. I was really hoping Igor was still sticking in there.
Now you see, Igor's a good guy.
I mean, he's still more about robots than he is about people.
Yeah.
Yeah, of those, I would lean more for the Mandalorian or Clone Wars era one.
Well, you were asking about the Firefly thing. What do you mean by that, Matt?
I mean, so I had originally made Artemis thinking he was going to be the pilot of a ship, and then he ended up being a Jedi. So I didn't feel like we actually did the Firefly chapter very, to completion that way. But
I mean, that's definitely on the table if it's something you guys want to do. Just chat it
I'll
up.
put it on the Discord. We'll talk about it.
So
I'm all for the Mandalorians and the Kotar period too.
yeah, and we're also not restricted to doing just one of these. But just whatever we're going to do next. The Old Republic one will take a lot of research for me, so if you guys are going to decide on that one, earlier would be better because I will have to brush up on a lot of stuff.
But again, if you want a crash course brush up, I'll fire up my Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and we can just powerhouse through any leveling you want to do and all the story arcs there, so you can get all that lore.
Well, I've done it all. It's just been years though. Like when it first came out, I played through all the primary classes. So I played through Jedi Knight, and
Bounty
Hunter, and
Jedi Knight, all those,
Smuggler. So I did it.
I was 100% talking about do a new Mandalorian run where you get to see the story of Mandalore and all the sects and everything from that, because that's a really good place for a lot of the lore, is that game actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe we'll see. That's if we go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys chat it out and let me know. It's 11:40, so it's normally we don't call it till midnight, but I feel like we've resolved this. You guys can chat in Discord all you want. I am going to close the stream though.
Okay.
And if anyone's left in chat, which looks like there are still a couple people there, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks, people.